Live. Hello.
Hi.
Today we've got some shit going on. We've got cheap Xboxes coming out. There might be a new evolution, and Fortnite has a lot of fucking money. Today we're playing fucking Terraria. We've got Taylor and Hunter here right now.
Heyo.
What are you talking about, Taylor? The fuck are you talking about? I'm Vsauce.
Vsauce?
Yes.
Alright then. We're immediately starting off by taking from others. Hey, I need to join Blue Team.
Need that.
There we go. Okay, so, we should be getting with the eye soon. I mean, the arena itself is built, right?
Kinda. It probably needs some expansion.
Alright. Honestly, I don't think there's too much more we can do about that.
Does... Oh, by expansion I'm meaning the asphalt could be added farther than where it is.
Oh.
So we have the running man all the way down. What's I saying? Oh yeah, a wire. I already have one of those on me. Nice.
They've got a ton of hollow bars on me. I definitely do not need all
here. We have a... Just bring this right over there.
Focus. There. Alright, it looks like Taylor's got a lot of fucking sorting still to do. Good luck. Honestly.
I mean, I did wait a fucking while for doing this, so we have a lot of stuff.
Gonna grab a ton of bait. And I'm just gonna follow around the fisherman, see what he does. See what he has to say.
Okay. I have a lot of stuff on me. I have a lot of bubbles. Holy butts, there's a lot of chests.
Yep. Well, I mean, we needed them. You gotta be precise, you know?
Where do I craft this?
Oh god, I forgot about how many exploding bullets I made.
Yeah. They're useful. They're fun.
Knowledge man, where do I craft this?
What are you trying to craft now, Sonny?
I craft this... Okay, at the anvil. Got it.
I should not be doing this run.
There it is. I have that. I need... Tech girl.
Do I not have my...
Oh, I think tech girl's over here.
I do
There
have
she
it
is.
equipped. I don't know why that didn't work.
I'll grab blue wrench. Because I like
Alrighty.
blue wrench.
Things have been introduced. I'm just trying to get over to the fun times fishing spot so I could actually dedicate some time to speech.
Where are you fishing at?
Crimson.
Okay.
Might be able to actually do this quest before we hit 4 o'clock.
Oh, you're trying to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
I need to buy one
comes
last
to
thing.
Crimson fishing spot, there doesn't seem to be very much.
The switch. There we go.
As in any. I don't think I can catch anything in this water.
That should be all I need. I think I can fix this.
And where did Tony do his crimson fishing?
I don't know.
Because that's probably not enough water. There it is. Okay. Oh, this is bad.
I can't just... Boop. Go. Up here. Okay. That off, and let's look at this wiring. Take that off. I want to wire this around some... Oh, frick.
There we go.
Get that. Where did that go? There it is. Okay. Get that back. I just want to hook onto
Slowly
here.
making this place less and less safe.
Oh, hey, no, I need your wrench.
I put all the wiring stuff in the wiring box.
Okay.
because I am gone fishing.
Put a sign up and everything.
Yep. And I do retire properly when I do. Is this deep enough? Old shoe. Old shoe means no, doesn't it?
There it is. Oh, forget a lot of wires.
Yeah.
I take that.
It's
Oh,
deep
frick, we already
tunnel.
had a switch. Damn it.
Guess I think this place is just slightly not good. But if I flatten it out, it'll be better. Get the drill out, I'm not really fighting much here.
But what did just sit? Oh, a feather. Frick.
There we go. Alrighty. So, Walmart. Everybody knows Walmart. At least everybody in the States does, and I think Canada. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Walmart's in Canada too. So, they're selling the Xbox Series X again.
The hell?
And, like, you don't actually need their premium thing to buy it. Ain't that nice?
How long ago was the Xbox Series X?
That's a great question. I hope it's not as bad as the PlayStation 5. But I've got a feeling. That was 2 years ago, November 10th. So yeah, seems like they were suffering a pretty much the exact same issue that the PlayStation has been. But unlike the PlayStation, you could actually buy the Xbox now. Yeah. Yeah, this chip shortage has been a pretty big issue, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but there you go. It's on sale now. As in, you can buy it, not that it's cheaper than normal. It's $500 exact. You know, $499.99. Almost 500. And just jumping on top of almost the exact same type of news, there's been a lot of speculation recently about a new evolution. And at least from what I've seen and read, people are saying it's going to be a dragon type.
That does make some sense, I can give them that. As the theme with all evolutions so far, aside from very technically, is that they are all special types from Generation 1, 2, and 3. The star types, Ice, Electric, Dark, Psychic, all of them are special types plus Dragon. And a Fairy, if it did exist, likely would have been a special type.
Nice.
The only thing that hinders there being a Dragon type evolution is design.
What do you mean by that?
Well, all EVs are kind of like fluffy and cute, and dragons are more of a serious and I guess scaled type. So it's hard to really mix the designs.
Oh damn, this entire place has been shifted. The hell are potions?
Over here.
Thank you. So when it comes to design, I mean, I've got a feeling that you could probably make something dragon-like. I mean, you could just take like the color palette of what's that two-headed dragon called from Black and White?
Xylus?
Is that it? Yeah, you could
Black
like take
and White,
the color
yeah.
palette from that thing and just put that onto like a really spiky-looking Eevee.
Yeah.
I know
I think
that's
it was
super
Xylus.
lazy, but like, it's a thing that could be done. I'll just trash it. I don't need to worry about this at all. New day, more fishing. I mean, honestly, I think
Actually,
that it might
I
happen.
guess it's based off of Muchinoko. You could say it's Dragon type.
The Muchinoko?
I think that's what it's called. It's the little thing that Dunsparce is based off of. It has a, it's a little thing that like snake-like fat. It's like a fat little snake that I think has like 2 tiny wings and can double jump pretty much.
I have to ask, is this real?
Yeah, this is a real yokai.
Okay, I thought you were saying this is an animal of some kind. Just like, this sounds insane.
It's a real myth.
Okay. Man, the yokai have really been doing some shit in this world.
How do liquid sensors work?
I have no idea how any of this stuff works. All I could say is that they might do something that you want them to do. Maybe.
Let me look back at the sensor, see if there's anything else I can do. Actually, let's see.
I'm heading off my massive fucking trek across the world to the sandstorm going on right now, actually.
Oh. Where's my mirror at? Damn, it's over here. Okay, that place works.
Well, I guess I'll take a small detour. Man, I was just heading over to the jungle because I'm trying to do the fishing quests.
Go, 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 go,
I'll just stick around for a short time up the spawn rates just to, you know, give you a chance.
Go, 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 go,
Where is the water camp?
go. Right there.
There we go. I think I've done the good deed. Well, back I go to my treasury. Run all the way to the jungle.
Okay.
Honestly, I think that'd be nice to see them. But I have been seeing people talking about that Netflix Pokemon show.
What?
Yeah, there's been a series, a Pokemon series that was made like exclusively for Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah, people were saying
Okay,
that that's been providing a lot of proof. Huh?
I think I might have seen that. I might have heard of it. I might be
I
thinking
know
of something
you've heard
else,
about
though.
it, because I had mentioned it when it came out, but I don't know if you've seen it.
I don't know.
Either way, people were talking about how one of the professors had alluded to the idea of a new evolution. Guys, what the hell's going on here?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm looking at your screen? What the fuck?
How did the Crimson overtake some of the Mudlands?
It can do that.
It's never done this before.
It can do that.
Been going back and forth here since Hardwood began, and it's only just now happening.
Sand's gone.
It seems like we need to completely eradicate that other crimson then.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I don't like it at all. It's not helping us in any way. By the way, I just need to get my fish. I don't remember even what the fish is called anymore. Just that it's in the surface jungle and I need to get it.
Well, you probably might know it when you find it, maybe.
More than likely. I mean, how complicated could it really be? It's just a fish. Oh wait, this place is crimson now.
Alright. You need to get the light.
By the way, you'll need to replace the mud blocks, which really infuriates me.
Damn it, Taylor.
I'm
This
gonna
place
grab
is
a bunch of
useless.
money.
Huh?
I'll go grab a bunch of money and buy a lot of solutions. There you go, I think 2 platinum should be fine.
That'll get you a stack or two.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
See.
seems like I'm not doing that jungle fishing this time. Let's see, I think I put a stack in the ammo chest. I did. Alrighty. Well, yes, I know what I'm doing now. I'll
Green
wait till Taylor's
solution.
coming with me.
There we go.
Why is this water sensor not working?
You know, the worst thing about this is that mud is a finite resource in this game.
No? Come down here.
You ready?
No, come here. Come here.
Oh, I thought you were saying.
There.
Thank you. That's another massive solution box. Battle. Join in.
Yes, I'm going to get some more solution for me, and then we can go out.
Alright.
Deal with that Crimson.
Yeah, Pokemon Master Journeys. That's the name of the anime.
Okay. Wait, this won't work.
But these guys, the gamer, they're saying that it might be a ghost type.
Alright.
But ghost type is physical.
I'm saying what they're saying. There's no explanations. They think it might be a ghost. I've mostly been hearing people say it's gonna be a dragon.
Dragon makes much more sense than ghost.
But regardless, all of this
Like, what are
is
you gonna do?
springing
Kill
from
your
something.
Eevee?
You wouldn't?
You would?
You wouldn't download a car. Oh man, that was the best
wouldn't kill an
advertising
Eevee?
campaign on earth. Huh?
You wouldn't kill an Eevee.
I mean, you know how it is. Sometimes, when the foxes eat too many chickens, they have to be put down.
I'm going to send you a video after we're done.
Alright then.
You ever want to hear those words?
With the context of what I just said, I'm not sure if I want to see that. Hey Taylor, the Crimson started already over here. Or do you mean we're just gonna leave it over here and then we're just gonna deal with it at the jungle?
I mean, you can start it over there, but I was planning on just starting at the jungle.
I'm gonna join you in the jungle lands. I don't want to fight the Crimson on my own.
Alright.
That sounds terrible.
Stones.
But
Okay.
I do want to purify our fishing area first.
Do we have a kites chest?
Well, considering we only have 2 kites, I don't know if we'd have that much specialization.
I have another kite.
Well, we have 3 kites.
We have lots of kites.
Where's
Sounds
the
like that
kites
means
chest?
there is.
There's at least one kite in the temp chest that I have.
I'm gonna gift you another kite then. Because I'm lazy.
Oh man, so the underground must be getting infected horribly too.
Maybe, but I'll work on the surface first.
It's just that realization causes great sadness. How far is this stuff spread then? Damn.
Is back there still Crimson?
Yep, it's the underground that's infected at this point.
Let's start going underground then.
Just do a quick purge of the surface because... Man, for so long the Crimson has been stable and not touching the jungle, and now it decided to finally invade.
Hey Taylor,
Yo.
there's anchors in 2 different chests here.
I haven't gone to the anchors yet.
Okay. I'm talking about like the melee weapons, by the way.
Hey, what else could you have been talking about?
What do you mean there's... Okay, give me a moment.
You had the. Okay, I'm just going.
Yes.
You have them in the chest to both sides of me, or have them in the chest to both sides of me. Since technically, anchors and all those other throw ones that have a chain.
Yeah,
on them
I
aren't-
have no idea why I put that.
So, any weapons that have a chain on them, like the flails, the chains, the anchors, they are all considered flail type weapons. So technically they would go in there, but there's not enough boomerangs to make their own chest.
I have no idea why I put the anchors there.
Where do bubble blocks go?
I don't fucking know. I have a chest labeled as unclassified, you know, so just put it in there.
Oh, this crimson runs deep. Oh, this will be an adventure.
Guess they're like clouds.
As it just seems to be haphazardly scattered around underground, and I don't exactly have any idea where.
Always great.
Yep. It's too bad I don't have like a crimson sensor that just tells me when there's crimson nearby.
Let's see. Here we have 4 of those.
Oh, there's some.
Of those.
Every time I enter the jungle, I have Vietnam and music playing.
Honestly, I don't blame you. It's a pretty bad place. Alright. I found a seed of the crimson.
I hope this works.
Well, she managed to get it to work. You'll be hailed as the hero who saved the water cannon. All of their people will be proud. Venerated among their culture. Why the hell do I use a pickaxe, honestly? Other than range, it is totally inferior.
Right up there, so let's go to... It's right. Oh, I can see right there.
Let's break into this cave. There's another little bit of crimson corruption going on here. Oh boy. Does this actually work how I remember this working? If this is how I think it worked, then when I sprayed the contaminator and it actually gives me vision over the area, that place was infected. And if that's actually how this works, I don't have vision here. Okay, that might not be how this works. Okay. If that was, then I'd be in a pretty bad way here, as that's like the entire biome. Yeah, this doesn't look to be all infected lands, luckily. I spoke too soon. Ah, this is bad. So I gotta ask, in the newest update, is there an easier way to destroy massive swaths of crimson outside of doing what we're doing with the contaminators?
No.
Okay. Thank you, little worm, for giving me sight on what I'm actually heading towards. So I want to go this way, and there is tons of crimson.
Oh my god.
The party time's over. The blood moon is rising. That is perfect timing right there. I love it.
Party time just begun, according to my music.
For Taylor, it's only just now that party time's begun.
I have music blaring.
That is the Problem Solvers. You listen to their music track.
No, it's Bed's son. I've heard of this glorious game called Metal Gear Rising.
Is it like Problem Solvers?
No.
Do they solve
It's
problems?
No, it's about memes, dude.
Memes. Wow, I've not seen a
Yeah.
meme in a long time.
Yeah.
Why did you place that there?
Apparently
those
the
old
DNA
fucks
of
be
soul.
using, eh?
Oh wait, forget, it's a block, isn't it? I have an idea. If I place it... game, where do I place this? Need a background?
We might not have a jungle anymore, by the way, Taylor. Like an underground jungle.
Oh, that's great to hear.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been doing my job here, investigating, and
Fuck! Ah!
this underground crimson is massive.
Game! Let me do my fucking problem testing! Not fucking problem testing, it's solution testing!
Well, the bad thing about it being a blood moon is that I can't tell if I'm in the crimson or not.
Yep.
Aside from music.
I just know it's everywhere, so there's no real searching on my end. Oh,
I didn't even knew one of those fuckers was there!
apparently there's a fucking clown attacking.
Oh, there's a soul flight.
Oh well. We might need to return just to deal with the blood moon.
I was all the way at the arena.
Alright then. It's probably fine.
Because I was trying to fix the fucking wormhole. Like that KO cannon. Punch! Punch!
This is gonna be an adventure. I can feel it.
You know, you want to be able to punch things from afar? The fuck was that?
It's
The
just
clown got you.
I wasn't a clown. Shattering
clown did.
teeth bomb.
Yeah, that's from the clown.
They summoned those?
Yep.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, that's how the clown's been getting a lot of these crazy kills. These insta-kill bombs.
They're quite small, so you can barely see them too.
And when they
I was
touch you, they do
attacking
your whole
it.
health. It's great. Oh, this
They're
place
still
The
is
only
quite
thing
small.
I
so
was
infected.
using are the happy bombs.
Fucking deathweed spawning down here. Yeah. Yeah, they do the happy bombs, the chattering teeth bombs. They do the just throwing balls at your face. They're very
Yeah, they're-
vulgar, these clowns. Yeah,
You say
unrelated to
vulgar or
gaming.
versatile? Because I
Vulgar.
could not tell.
Full
Okay.
of balls. This is completely unrelated to gaming, but I just remembered it and I wanted to mention it. McDonald's says they're bringing back their Szechuan sauce for a short time.
Oh god.
Yeah.
How does it be there?
Aren't you excited, Taylor? The memes. Just imagine the memes, bruh.
There's gonna be a lot of Rick and Morty fans.
I think that's probably why they're doing it.
Most definitely, because, you know, I get a
Labeled
shit ton of
Rick and
money.
Morty collab. There we go. Next thing you know, they're gonna be like, we're selling pickle shaped pickles.
Well, selling
Unfucking
actually
creative.
just Pickle Rick.
That's like an apple shaped like an applin.
Yeah. We're peaking creativity here at McDonald's. Look at this. We just took a joke from a TV series, a shit joke. And then we made it again, but in real life. Isn't that funny? You want to spend all your money with us, don't you?
People would start a manhunt for you saying any joke from that show is shit.
It doesn't matter. Because I'm very high IQ. I'm so high IQ that I'm actually bullying a Crimson Mimic.
Do you need help?
Nope. I accidentally come across him and he's too big to fit into this tiny hole.
He's at max health. He's pretty much at max health, so he's doing fine.
He actually can teleport straight through the floor.
Yep.
Well, I may not be as fine as I was earlier, but I'm still pretty okay.
Give him stun lock, man.
Oh, it's hard to stun lock someone who's using wall hacks, you know?
Just do the R1 spam. That's what all the Dark Souls players do.
Oh yeah.
Mimic enabled no clip again.
Hey, he's dead. I killed him. He
Good
gave
job.
me some fleshy knuckles.
You killed the hacker?
Yeah. It's just like
How
all
can
of
you do
my
that?
Call of Duty games where I shoot him until he dies. And then he CTDs my my PlayStation. It's terrible. I never
Nope.
even thought you could CTD a PlayStation.
That's kind of weird.
I know, but it happens.
He's at least partially telling a true story there.
It actually is partially fucking true. I don't know how the hell he did it, too. Blew my goddamn PlayStation up.
It was the best experience you've ever had.
Ah, frick, I should have said it's based off a true story.
It's based on a real story. You know, I hate that. I really hate that. Not gonna
Did I
lie, I
say
really
that?
hate that stuff. Because so often you'd have this absolutely ridiculous story, and it's a horror movie. It's like, this is based on a real story. What's the story? Well, there was a haunted house that ate a family. Really now?
I like the sound effect that the KO cannon makes.
You expect me to believe this shit?
Honestly, that entire thing just reminded me of the article that I read.
Yeah?
It's reminding
All
me
stories
that
are made up.
no, not like that. It's about how Netflix apparently has 3 mobile games coming out,
Yep. Yep, oh.
and one of them, the very first one they actually talked about, is a lush narrative puzzle game.
I see where this is
To
going.
share a true story of a Saharan African woman.
Yep.
God, why are you still in here?
Best part about it is that it was made by Frosty Puff, who specializes in arcade games.
Yeah, this all sounds about right, and I'd be willing to bet that it's not based on a real story, too. It's probably some really dramatized, massive insanity bullshit that never actually could have happened in any real world, like a zombie fucking apocalypse. It's based on a true story, you know? This woman was real. She existed, therefore this whole story is true. You know, it's based on something true, which is her being alive.
I gotta say, it will be. I'm quite interested in it purely from the fact that it's being made or being developed by a game that specializes in arcade games.
Oh, thank God, it's over.
I'm just gonna say this, and I know it's gonna be crazy to say it, but I didn't even fucking know that Netflix was doing this. Like, games. When did Netflix even start doing games?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I can't think of anything to say about this other than... Oh, I found a heart.
Nice.
Good job.
Turn into a lantern.
I'm gonna touch it.
Touch the heart. Oh.
Do you have consent?
I don't think I need it.
Oh.
Hey Taylor, what's the banner for that look like?
I'll show you it once I get
That part is what you were talking about.
Yep.
Well, at least you got a crimson rod.
I'm not
1v1
fighting
him.
that boy.
Oh. Aw.
Inventory's full too, so I'm gonna just do a quick run.
Relatable.
You know, the funny thing is that I was actually close enough to see his health bar.
Yeah, nice, ain't it?
Hey Noah, do you want to punch things from afar?
I still don't know.
Too bad. Too.
You play with your cannon. I'm busy doing productive things. There we go.
I was going to put stuff away now.
Where is it? Swords. There you go. A blade tongue.
Didn't we need that?
I don't know. I just know we have another one. Fish. Wrong button.
What are those? Wait. Ah, screw it, just use the quick stack button.
There you go. Fish.
Oh wait,
Go
fuck,
piranha.
quick stack button I actually wanted.
The fuck is
That back
this?
out.
Oh, I get it. He died. The bartender's dead.
Yep.
Yeah, I just got an ale tosser. A superior ale tosser.
Oh yeah.
Where's the ranged weapons? Stay still.
No.
It's
Wait.
in concept similar to the idea of a bow, but it's much more similar to a blowpipe.
It's a throwing weapon.
Yep. It's a ranged damage weapon.
It's a throwing weapon.
Here's these
Wait.
fleshy knuckles.
This out to see. Okay, that is still part of the background.
There we go.
And now that I'm allowed to actually
I've
move
emptied my inventory out. I could go back to adventuring in the lands of death and milk.
it right next to it. Let's wire that there and... What?
So Taylor, how's it been going on your end?
Well, I think I just made the forest biome. Oh, okay.
The answer is no.
Okay.
No, back here.
Convinced
Not
I
here.
accidentally broke
Back here.
here.
Back here is the forest biome.
Oh, I'm going the wrong direction, that's why.
The entirely opposite direction.
Okay, is there a water candle up here?
I don't think we have more than like 2 of them, and one of them's in the dungeon.
This middle area
And I don't know why there's
is the
so many
forest.
damn enemies around
Nice.
here.
And over here, we have the glorious jungle.
That there, that there.
Honestly,
Or
that's
fish.
quite good.
I'm fishing spot is saved. Do you want to continue eradicating the crimson on this side?
Honestly, if we don't, it's just gonna come back and it's gonna be a way bigger surprise.
I completely agree.
Oh, God.
So I caught some dragonflies while I was here.
Broken down here?
Cool.
Wait.
I'm gonna head back underground.
Okay,
Yep,
does this need to be connected to the center?
I'll be back to working on my my side, and I imagine we'll be meeting in the middle.
Probably. Like King Slime.
Ah,
It's still
ignore
not
him.
working.
It's just King Slime.
Wait, is it Slime
And
Rain?
he's gone.
It's not Slime Rain. How did he spawn in?
Who knows? But he's gone now.
Back down here.
He got very upset that we were making jokes about Rick and Morty and Szechuan sauce.
He's an actual Rick and Morty fan.
Yeah.
He's a Rick and Boxer fan.
Boxer fan.
Well, he left on his own. He just wanted to show up to say hi. Ugh, this crimson. This perversion has spread way too far.
I'm gonna break an altar.
Have fun, we already have one preserved.
Oh, there are multiple
All the
altars here.
altars,
Ooh.
at least all the wraiths.
Nice.
That's one.
Damn it.
That's tier 2. The
I was actually thinking for a second that I managed to get rid of some of the crimson in this area.
what the?
And then you walk one step forward.
Yep. Turns out there's still over 100 blocks in this zone.
Nice.
Can't think of a better word
Last
to
time I
describe
said
that. Just
Team
nice. Yes, Lucy, we all heard you.
The best thing to ever exist, Noah.
Evil.
Evil.
Ooh. Fuck you, game.
We're really showing our age, aren't we?
We're very old individuals.
Fuck
I don't know
you,
what
game.
you're talking about.
It's just referencing fucking SpongeBob, man. We're old
best
as shit,
SpongeBob.
aren't we?
Yes,
Yeah.
we are.
Compared to like the average nowadays. Like that's not even a new episode either.
I think this slid right. I think I'm right by some titanium. Nope. That's platinum.
Wouldn't it be funny if this was useful? Lol.
Okay, that works.
Of course it isn't useful. It's just more garbage to lather crimson on top of.
So these are connected right now.
I wish I had some
What?
log next to me so I could judge if
that
there's
off.
crimson here.
And
Oh,
it
there
still
it is.
doesn't work.
Nice. And I see it.
Because it needs to be connected to the wire. Ay. Okay then.
Oh, this clearly isn't fixing the problem fast enough.
So put that there and just wire that up
You know,
there.
if you were ever upset about our, oh, gaming content. Hello, Nelly Natsumi. 03. Sorry for being a little late on that one. Yeah, this is what it is. Ultra gaming content right here. We are fixing a problem that we were supposed to have dealt with long ago. There's no
Oh, that's
other way to
interesting.
describe it. What?
I don't actually see the comment you were talking about.
I see it. I see Nelly Natsumi.
I do too.
Thank you. Thank you for commenting, Nelly Natsumi. You've done a great deed for humanity. Yeah, that right there is what I'm saying. But
Let's work
I think
here.
there's no more crimson in this area, so I can start going back down again.
Does this work now?
Let me just mark this off.
No, it does not.
There we go.
How does that work?
So what's wrong now?
I have a 1/4 timer set up to the top teleporter, and it's still not working. It is pretty much constantly active. No matter what frame you hit it on, you will teleport, and it still doesn't work.
It's too bad we can't rotate stuff.
What?
Rotate, you know? Because if we could just turn the teleporter and the button upside down and that should work fine, right?
I don't know.
Obviously I don't. If I did, I would have actually helped you fix the problem by now. I'm just saying what I think might be the solution. Well, since we're so damn old, I might as well reference things that are still pretty damn old. So, if you were born this millennium, you probably don't know about this. But there's a company called Sierra Online. I'll tell you now. You probably do know about them if you were born, or more accurately, if you were a big gamer at this during any real time period before 2000. Mostly because they made very famous games. Games that everybody knows about today, like Leisure Suit Larry.
Don't know if we're allowed to say that by name.
We are allowed to say that. They also did things like King's Quest. Both the King's Quest games. Other things that you may have never heard of if you were an old person. Either way, apparently the lockdown has gotten them bored. So they've decided to do the only thing that an old person would do when they're under lockdown and they're bored. They're making a new game after nearly 20 years. And it's supposed to be a remake of the game that inspired them to start doing gaming. Like Game Company, Devin. There we go. Game development. I actually did say it right in the end.
5 golden coins on me.
Nice. That's showing productivity.
It wasn't intended productivity, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, they're back.
Well,
They're
not
back and they're making Cave Game but 3D.
What cave game?
The Cave Game. It's a game where you're in a cave.
Cave story?
No. That's Cave Game, you know? It's an older
It's
game.
called cave game.
I think it's called Cave Game.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a... Man, this was back when games were lame by naming standards, and the names were just some stuff you thought of. Instead of, like, hyper-witty puns and jokes and references and all that, it was just... You get what it seems like you're gonna get.
It's what you fucking deserve.
Yeah. And obviously you just dodge a boulder and then shoot some dude in the head. But... Okay, I guess I'll return now.
What?
It's a bad night.
No, that's just for the orbs that you're breaking.
I'm not breaking anything.
I'm breaking it.
Did you just break 2?
Yes.
Okay.
Honestly, I thought this was Skeletron spawning in.
No, I know that purely because I think between our two I think between today and Thursday, I had played a bit of Terraria with someone else starting off a new world and saw that line and freaked out at myself.
Okay.
Because he didn't tell me anything. Oh, he didn't give me a warning. Stuffs. Where's the... Oh wait, the mom mats are still over here.
Let's see. I didn't actually have anything for the fireflies yet, since nobody's caught fireflies, and I don't need to carry all this bait on me. Alright. Progress check. Ooh.
I know it.
Taylor, you're like right above where I've been this whole time.
I know.
Oh, there's so much still. There's a massive pathway, in fact.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm done fathing
Glad
out
I
trying
found
to get the rail can to work. I have no clue what I'm doing.
Well, you can join us in the extermination of the Crimson, or you could go and work on that little arena.
Oh yeah, that's what I was doing. I just need Joe and Stone. Why am I running over there?
Well, might as well since I'm here, you know.
Hey Taylor, by the way, this takes a lot of chunks out of the stone box because 2 stone is used per 1 asphalt. So that's good warning that. What?
Good.
Okay. Do you want to just turn all the stone into asphalt?
Not all of them, but good. You're using
Okay.
a bunch of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of stone, man.
There.
Me and Noah are literally surrounded by stone.
Okay, there's now a gel chest somewhere, I'm guessing.
Go.
Taylor, did you make a gel chest?
Yes.
The Blaine of Cathicalode is here.
Ethical. Oh my god, Noah!
There it is.
What?
Up here! It's not crimson!
Really? That's very nice, you know.
Brain boy.
Yes! The water is blue!
Oh boy, we've worked for so long just for this small achievement.
We didn't
Blue water.
we didn't even fucking move and he just did not show up, alright.
He's just being there to spook us, you know?
He's shy. He's shy.
He wants to be scared.
There's the first stack. Or first 2 stacks, depending on if you're getting it by a slime or by a stone. I forgot to grab a second stack of slime. There we go.
I'm wondering if there's a way for me to bring this up so I can watch this.
Goes that.
Might need to bring this stream up on my phone. There's still some... Oh wait, I think there's just a little block over this way though. Somewhere. Let's go back in this zone.
Of course I'm going to be doing this at night again.
Yeah, what better time to work than pitch of night?
When there are a bunch more enemies harassing you.
That's the when I work my best, is deep in the night. That's when I do all my work, in fact. So,
Oi.
I had mentioned it at the beginning of the stream, and, you know, I might as well at least talk about it.
Yeah.
Fortnite's been flexing their financial muscles.
Really, game? Really?
That's right.
Right as I make it to the end, there's like Wyvern.
Yep.
How are they flexing their financial business?
So, as you know, it's the popular thing nowadays to give a ton of money to Ukraine. You know this, I know this, we all know this. We've all been alive in the year of 2020 fucking 2.
Yes.
Well, Fortnite, as one of these things that are companies, you might be surprised to find out they are a group. Within 48 hours, they raised $36 million. 36 million in 2 days is a lot of money, by the way, in case you didn't notice.
Fucking major.
It's an incredible quantity of cash. Yeah, in just 2 days, they managed to raise that much money. Is that crimson or is that clay?
It's Clayson.
How much more ammo do you have?
A lot. I still have over
I have a
1,000.
lot too. Oh, cool.
Yeah. I am out of potions, it looks like. That's not good.
It's fine.
It feels pretty bad, actually. Anything could kill me.
Game again, really?
Well, I'll just exterminate the crimson that I could see right now.
Oh, hi, Noah.
Hey. I'm confused. There we go. And then I can continue on, and apparently, for the current season of Fortnite, you can't build shit.
What?
Yep, they got rid of the building for this season of Fortnite.
Why?
I don't play enough to actually know. I have just enough knowledge of Epic Games in order to actually state what's happening. But that's it. Probably because people were doing the thing that casuals do, and they're complaining that people are better at them at the game. And then they got the company to change it. Yeah, DE does that all the time with Warframe. This content's a little bit too difficult, so I want you to make it shit. Taylor's done this. Taylor's experienced this. And it will be experienced again.
I want my difficulty.
You can have difficulty in the form of bullet sponge. Because mechanical
No.
complexity is too much. People can't handle it.
Fuck this, I'm going to Elden Ring!
You can't play Elden Ring? You don't have a supercomputer, you nerd.
Aye.
Hey. Damn worm.
I just realized is that's extra challenge because I'm building with black blocks on a black background.
Yeah. That's how you know you're doing some elite gaming. The more difficult it is, the better you're playing. Must be. But yeah, the point of all this was just they got rid of building and Fortnite managed to raise a very, very large amount of money in a very I got poisoned. A very short time.
I was about to say you didn't bounce, but then I realized that wasn't the death message, and realized that you have wings, so you can always bounce.
I only bounce. I only bounce. Simple
The
as.
rubber.
Yes, I'm like rubber. Covered in glue.
Where does that saying even come from?
Probably someone with subpar intellect. That's my personal guess here.
Sounds about right.
Mostly because when you just say enough random gibberish, it'll make sense to somebody. And then it gets changed ever so slightly. Again and again and again until you have, well, what we're left with today. 3 deathweed seeds. And no potions. So potions supposed to be around here.
Oh, that's a lot of stars.
I'll take a stack of healing potions. And then off my way to Taylor.
Aye.
Hello. There's a bit of crimson in front of you, friend.
Yes.
How good blink
Much better.
rate? Blink rate? Yeah, how good blink rate?
If you have torches,
I do have
put them down.
torches. I
Please
actually
put them
did
down.
come prepared today.
Good.
I have
I
some
ran out.
torches.
Thank you. Fuck off. There you go.
Nah. I'll just keep griefing.
How dare you assume I was talking about you?
How dare you not be speaking to me? I'm the cast star. They paid me millions to show up here. Oh, damn. There's no need to
the
even
star
say.
of the show.
I was literally paid your entire life's salary to show up for this 3-day shoot. You have no rights to speak to me like that.
You fucking incel!
I don't think you're gonna be calling other people incels like in this position, but well, whatever floats your metaphorical boats.
This is the time to say anything you'd like.
I mean, while you're getting paid millions to be here for a few days, it's obvious you can say whatever you feel like. It's not like you're gonna get fired already.
Hey guys, how
Right,
good is this bridge?
What?
I don't know.
How good is this bridge? Measure from the giant tunnel going through the world all the way to where I am.
I'm gonna have to look at what he's talking about since I'm not totally certain what's happening. I see. So he's managed
This-
to cover all of that.
This is only half of what I made. Like the blocks, I still have to make the path.
Yeah. I'll ask the last question. How long do you think we're gonna actually have to run?
I don't know. I just emptied that entire stack.
Wait. It's cave biome here.
How can you tell?
Because there's water over here, Noah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's blue. And over here, it's the jungle.
Mother
I just realized, you know,
fucking slimes.
I was complaining, but the solution's pretty obvious. like pretty simple, is if we
Yeah,
just had a
green's
bucket of
working.
water on us and we just pathfind around the bucket, we could see the direction that the crimson's in.
Yeah. We'll probably have to do that if we're going to completely clear out this crimson.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm ready to take a walk around and see if I can find any crimson, or if it changes to a crimson biome.
Honestly, I'm finding little bits and pieces everywhere, but nothing too concrete.
There's obviously going to be bits and pieces, but
Fuck your game.
I breached into
Yeah,
a new zone that is definitely crimson.
cool.
Oh, there's so much stuff. So many crimsonates.
Heading back up to the surface real quick then.
It's like right at the surface too.
Ooh,
You found something fun?
I found a bit of crimson. I was trying to go back.
Seems to be everywhere, eh? And they ain't got a license for it either.
Hey,
Hey! The Canadian
Hey!
Britishman! Damn. Mixing accents like a psycho. There's definitely some crimson in this zone, but I can't see it. The water just tells me so.
yeah, there's more crimson. Yeah, oh shit, alright.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
Yeah, a whole bunch of crimson, like, came back, so I'm just... Alright. Nice.
Well, at least you have the path now,
Yeah.
so you don't have to dig it all up again to find the crimson. Oh, there it is. There we go. I don't exactly know where it was, but it's definitely gone now in this zone.
Oh, there, Goblin Scout.
There's been a lot of them today. Maybe
My
we're gonna
first
have
time seeing
another
one.
horde attack.
That'd be nice.
That'd be nice, he says.
Yes.
It's like a near constant thing, dude.
Yeah, it's a nice. Lots of murder, you know?
Sure. There's another massive strip of crimson just laying about. Go. Okay, so there must be more up here. That quality fixin'. Yep. As I believe, there's a ton of crimson here. Let's
Nice.
just slowly purge that away. And this should be all nice clean water. The jungle's never been safer. As it turns out, we gotta protect the jungle now too.
Jungle needs protection, even if it does want to slaughter us.
Yep. Even if it wants us to die, we have to protect it. Right under our fishing spot is still crimson.
That's not good.
No. Luckily, there's this massive cave system that I had very much unintentionally made with some very well-placed, dangerous fish.
Yes, I tried to go through it, but I ended up dying and just left it.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend trying to do that unless you have, a mermaid man's shell.
The only reason why I died? Blood jelly. That's it.
Yes, jellyfish. You know,
They're like-
jellyfish are a real interesting animal. There's a lot of stuff going on with those things. Yeah, there's still a bunch of crimson somewhere. And a little campfire filled with bones and gold. It's nice to see that there's so much mud still around, but where's the crimson? Directed to take this nice muddy land away from us.
There we go. You can run most of the world.
Well, that's all we need, right?
Yep.
Is this crimson? Yep, this is a bunch of crimson jungle. What joy.
Mine.
What unbearable joy. Water still says there's too much crimson nearby.
I do like how part, what seems to be a noticeable part of it, the sky roof is made out of dirt, so it can grow like blankroot and the strange plants.
Real convenient, isn't it?
You just go into our asphalt path and just get all the blankroot or like plants or stuff that you want.
Yeah. It's like an unintentional good farm.
Yeah.
There we go. It's clean water in this area, finally.
Yeah.
It's been a really, really long time coming, but here it is. Now I can actually go back to my fishing that I set out to do today.
How did I even...
Oh. Is that speaking too soon?
What?
Maybe it is, but I don't think I'm gonna worry about that for now. I just need to make sure the fishing spot's clean.
I got 6 strange plants just running back across the path.
Nice. I imagine there's a ton of dye stuff that you'd like to make with that.
I just wanted it. 3 Hades dye, 3 phase dye, 6 Shadow Flame Hades dye, 3 Twilight dye, 3 Purple Ooze dye. What does Shadow Flame Hades dye look like? Take off my existing dye, actually.
Apparently, there's still more.
On my cape. On my boots. Oh, Flickerwick, just check it out. Nah.
Where could it be? It seems like it's down here somewhere, but I don't get it. I don't see it.
Hasn't died.
If I just spray down the whole place.
That was died. Where's my last dye?
There's just some crimson laying around inside of here that I haven't seen.
Hell. Oh, I didn't have blue flame dye on that. It's okay.
Apparently that's literally it. There's some crimson over this way.
Where's the dead dye at? There's just these things then.
That's right, Lucy. Chop, 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 chop. Want to worry about it for a long while. I could just tell other people to care about the Crimson. I'll just say it now though, I don't think I'm gonna be doing that quest yet.
Which quest?
The one the fisherman had given me earlier.
Oh.
Like 3 days ago.
3 days ago, what now?
Yeah, quest to do some fishing, you know?
Hmm.
Not the quest that the White Heart gives out. Because, you know, he's dead. But
The White Heart currently wants you to catch a Fishatron in the caverns.
great. It's good that he's come back, you know? We were all worried after the British did what they did.
I did not like that die. It actually looks kind of cool.
Alrighty. Meet up with Taylor.
Hi.
Hey.
There was Crimson in this area.
That's on.
There they are.
That's cool. Don't want to mount. Wait, why don't I have my minecart on anymore? What happened to it? I do not want to. Actually, yeah, I'm thinking I stick with.
You should get a drill, Taylor, really.
Yes, it would help very much.
Man,
Hey, is that on you?
I would offer you mine, but you don't want my drill.
I don't even know what kind you have.
Stack
you.
kind. Yeah. Look at that speed.
Right. Ah,
Well, it seems like you found another source. Well, I think it's around time for me to say the biggest news that I actually have prepared.
right.
Now this might prove extraordinarily shocking to anyone who actually has been following what's been going on. So Overwatch, the Overwatch League in particular, is kind of fucked. Not that long before the release of Overwatch 2, just to make it even better. I say not that long, I mean the game's never coming out, but I mean they've been releasing demos, they've been getting people to play test. It feels like Overwatch 2 has never been closer. And yet, oh, this is great. The Overwatch League doesn't have any sponsors. And it's 2 months before their next season, with 0 sponsors.
God
It's
damn.
incredible how bad that is. So yeah, if you're a very rich corporation who wants to be the only ad for the Overwatch League, you got yourself an opportunity here. Because nobody wants to sponsor them for some reason or another.
Well, they did cancel their league for 3 years.
Damn. Yeah, man, that's crazy. Actually, no sponsors, and it's only a few months before the next tournament starts up. See, this is why the Dota 2 tournaments are so nice. Because all that prize money's funded by the people who are buying tickets. I'm out of torches, Taylor. Oh wait, I got some other torches. There we go.
There you go, that works.
It's another little bout of unclean crimson lands.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, honestly, I know I'm never gonna be in the Dota championships or tournaments because I have a life and I am alive, and those two things don't do very well with being a expert Dota player. I'd have to live like some sort of sweat. Never get into sleep or eat or bathe again. Taylor, you jackass. Why the fuck would
I
you do
know.
this?
I just saw it. Don't worry.
There was another path you could have taken that didn't cause such mayhem and chaos.
Yeah, but I wanted mayhem and chaos.
Would you do this to me?
He's done this to all of us, Hunter. Not just me. He's just reversed decades of torch engineering.
That's why you place torches in the air.
I did.
That's why you place torches in the roof.
Oh boy.
Why are all
Might
these
be able
doors
to
open?
melt this by digging up a bunch of water flow. There we go. Now that should fix the torch problem for the next time Taylor decides he just feels like a flood.
Well, why wouldn't he feel like a flood?
Because it's wrong. It's bad and wrong, and that's pretty much it.
But floods feel amazing.
No,
Floods are
it's
natural,
bad
though.
and wrong.
Floods are natural, though.
Floods are bad boy.
You shall go there.
You mind. Alright,
Okay, so
he does
why are
mind.
those blocks there?
He minded a lot, Taylor.
Why don't they know
They both
blocks?
did. Yes.
Who did the what now?
Bad boys did Bad Boys United. Killed
The
Taylor.
possessed armor wanted to kill me, yeah.
He just felt, I mean, you know, I really just need to kill Taylor. And then he did it. Now Taylor's deaded. He's been unalived.
Those.
Unalive.
Unalived on live television. Never have you seen such a travesty before. Hey.
Hi.
I've been fighting the Grimes. The, Mr. Slimes. What are those things called, Taylor?
Sludge monsters.
The unevolved form of muck.
Grimer?
Thank you. I'm battling these Grimers, but man, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of crimson here. Enough to convert the biome.
Yes. I need to go check something real quick, though.
Sure. You worried that it's been spreading?
Yes.
Well, I don't blame you. Are you
So I
using
set the-
digester bullets?
I set up the arena,
Yeah,
Worked
the
on-
Zelios comes in.
I tried to fix the water hater. What else do I do?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, other than getting better weapons and equipment for everybody and farming heart bottles, I think we just gotta fight the boss, you know?
He's got to, fight.
Like, I'm sure there's some weapon upgrades you can get now that one mechanical eye has been killed. And since, once again, one mechanical's been killed, life fruits spawn in the jungle now.
Wait, what?
You only need one mechanical for that.
That's plus Plantera.
Nope. It's all lies. And I can confirm it's a lie because my rare item detector has found life fruit.
We also,
Has?
Huh?
It has?
Yes, I don't know where it found it, but it just told me that light fruit is nearby, and I was like, I could do that, or I could continue my crusade against the jungle. I mean, the Crimson. As you can see, with the fact that I'm near Taylor, I continued my crusade against the Crimson.
Why didn't you go for the life fruit?
Because it would take me actual hours trying to find one fruit.
You could have had 415 health.
And I was like, man, I could spend all this time finding life fruit, or I could get rid of the Crimson. I decided I'm just gonna scream at Taylor because he keeps flooding these damn places.
I got a
I like
philosopher's
mining.
stone.
Nice. We need
Looks really like spawning down here. Okay, I'm gonna stop fucking around. Actually.
Go away. Shoot.
Attacks.
There we go.
That's mine.
The 150th Crim Slime has been slain. And funnily enough, the Herblin also slain is not part of our crusade. They're actually independent.
Where's my Ankh charm? There we go. I swore I saw something over here. Oh yeah, the blindfold that I picked up. Okay. Are there... I thought we had lanterns by this point, because someone was an idiot. I guess I already looted those.
Man,
Okay, yeah, back I go.
that one song by Seal that everybody remembers.
Which one? And who?
Did you just say two as a What?
WHO.
No. No, Kissed by a Rose. Or Like a Rose, however that's when it works, but it's close enough to the actual title. It's got that one start that everybody remembers. Seals are known for making those noises. It's the only way we can go now at this point, if there's still Crimson everywhere. Just fucking ready this time, bitch. Just fucking ready. You're not needed. There. Man, I really wonder what they're gonna do about the tournament, though. Because without any sponsors, there's like no prize pool.
It will die.
Overwatch will be dealt the death blow.
Finally.
Finally, he says.
They'll be to play the game.
It really will be. Collectively, the whole team worked together to literally kill the Overwatch League for some reason. We never figured it out. How such cruelty could be done.
That early Overwatch was fun for a while, but
Wait.
eventually it got boring.
Campfires over here.
Well,
I did like half of these. And
Taylor,
still
I found it.
Oh my god, yeah.
torched.
Before you wipe it all out, we should go and see how far and how deep it spreads so that we can actually get it all.
Up here. Place one campfire.
They're like ants.
Let's start
Well,
over.
that's kind of what we're doing. We're kind of just doing ant stuff. Yeah, doing ants things. We're making tunnels. We're murdering meat boys.
We have Lucy the axe trying to tell you to chop down the trees.
Yeah, this is just how ants are, man. This is the life of the ant. It was just forgotten. It was left behind.
That's being fine.
Go.
Did I cancel that?
That wasn't actually on purpose. I didn't actually just suddenly gain super sight, by the way.
You didn't?
No.
I thought you were super sightful.
Nah,
There we go.
missing both me eyes.
Demo man?
Hey, speaking of demo, man, Still on Overwatch news, because, you know, that's just how it is. Doomfist is going to become a tank in the Overwatch 2.
Oh, that's weird. Oh well.
Honestly, I feel like Overwatch 2 shot itself in the foot. The Overwatch tournaments and leagues kind of just got annihilated by the whole, we're removing an entire role. Like,
Which role got annihilated?
tank lost one of their positions, so there's one less player.
Oh.
It's
That makes Doomfist even more useless.
like they really just kind of screwed themselves, in my opinion, by doing that, because what they've effectively done is taken all these teams. You know how there's full fucking teams for the Overwatch leagues, and said, fuck you, you're gonna have to fire somebody.
We'll have someone sitting on the bench.
Yeah, or you're gonna have to bench somebody almost permanently until one of you breaks your wrists trying to do an elite gamer move.
Elite gamer move. Just,
Yeah.
it's in like hardcore, and landed long.
Yeah, I was trying to do some parkour, and I broke both of my wrists off. I no longer have hands, so I'm gonna need to have a couple months to repair. You know,
I no longer have hands.
I'm gonna need a month or two to, you know, fix this. So while I'm in recovery, you know, bench boy, you get to play.
Bench boy, you can play.
You get to play now, bench boy, while I do my month of recovery. Get some new
I set
hands.
up some regen items for the run.
Nice.
Exact same energy as Towel Boy.
Regen item, I'm gonna take both of these out since
I've
they're
used
useless.
all of my torch and torch analog items.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know if there's crimson in this area. I'm just doing this just to make sure.
You can never be too safe.
Well, there's no crimson in this little hovel I built. This
Alright.
place seems pretty clean, man.
Yeah. Let's go back to this. Let's go up top real quick.
Don't take the long way. Take the short route.
The mirror?
No. God no, that's a long route.
It's a real long route. We just go up 15 paces.
Holy shit!
What was once a clean land. I really shouldn't have done that, but...
By the way, it's almost time to pause.
yeah, we're literally 2 minutes off from the first break, and the only break for this session.
Yeah, this ain't Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday has a lot of breaks, but...
If it was Saturday, I wouldn't even be here, most likely.
you never
Actually,
know.
yeah, I definitely would be here.
You might.
No, I'm not allowed to be there.
Okay.
He just annexed himself on Saturdays.
Well, I mean, if
No,
he
like-
wants to be excommunicated, he
No, like,
can.
especially that Saturday, I can't show up.
Well, it'll just be us having fun playing roguelikes. Which, it seems like that's what's happened since we've effectively been told we can't play Halo.
Taylor, I found your gravestones!
You have?
I found a graveyard biome in the sky.
Oh, you finally found my secret project.
Okay, so this is something you did. Hi.
Yes. That is something I did, yes.
Are you just making it a corrupt version?
Oh.
Are you making what's going to happen into our castle once, once we die enough?
No.
A realistic representation of our castle. There we go. That's what it is.
I mean, you can take it like that, but I wasn't planning on it.
Well, you have the tower here.
Yes, I put this tower here specifically so I can just kill them down here.
But
He's done
Hi.
he's done his work, man. He's done it.
Hello, Hoppin' Jack. It's good to see you again, my boy.
wait, where am I? Oh, I forgot the ropes to the right of these.
I genuinely
see?
thought for a moment that there was somebody who just joined our chat named Hopin Jack. Anyhow, luckily for this guy named Hopin Jack who didn't show up, it is about time for our break. So if you're liking this content, follow us, share it with your friends, you know. Word of mouth is kind
No,
of the
let's
only
stand
way
right
that we
here.
can grow right now. Huh?
I hate this.
I do too, Taylor, but we'll have to deal with that in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, since word of mouth is the only way we really grow, please do tell everybody about us. We could really use the extra views. But follow our Twitter for the once in a millennium posts, and look at our YouTube and Rumble for the past VODs, because you know Twitch doesn't actually store VODs indefinitely. In case you believe so, it is quite limited. Where if you pay them, it's like 3 months maximum, I think, before they start deleting your VODs. Either way, we got our stuff on YouTube and Rumble, so you could still see them in the event that you know, Twitter. Not Twitter. What's this thing called? Twitch actually takes us off. Which it has every single week, without fail. Anyhow, we'll be back in about 10 minutes. See you then. Hello.
Hi.
Back.
We've returned, as we really said we would, as this is kind of standard. Hello. Our break is over. Taylor, how is that Crimson actually going on the east? I meant to say the west. That
Are
was
you
the
talking
western
about-
Crimson.
Are you talking about the crimson around the base?
Yeah.
So it turns out. So I found where it was. It was under the bunny tunnel, but however it was. It could not penetrate the wall, so we were actually safe.
Lovely.
Yes, we were actually safe from it, but I still took care of it. There might still be some around that though.
Oh. Unless my map hasn't updated, there's a lot.
Hey, do you two want to know the current world status?
Sure, why not? Can't
12 Hallow, 12% Hallow, 20% Crimson.
That's
Great.
the exact same as the stats that we had when we left yesterday.
It was.
Yeah.
Yes. Not even joking. That is the exact same.
That's demoralization right there. This man's
You're
feeding us
welcome.
propaganda, trying to demoralize us, Taylor. He's trying to convince us to stop our war against the Crimson. He's a double agent.
Some
All
people just
right.
want to see the world burn.
Well, since I heard that, I am going to abandon what I was trying to do and actually go back to the crimson now.
Well. Just remember Seal and he's kissed by a poppy seed. You know, I don't think anybody actually knows what song I'm talking about here.
Nope.
Yeah, that's something that's under copyright protection, so I can't really just play that on stream. I would if I could. But what I can do is the next best thing. And that's called the almighty YouTube. Because, you know, just putting it on YouTube instantly makes it fine for copyright problems.
Because we can just blame YouTube.
Yeah. To just post a YouTube link. Show what I'm talking about without dying, please. Thank you. I'll go up here. I'll be completely safe. But kissed by a rose. By a dude named Seal. You've heard of Seal before?
Nope.
This is the official. Well, to those who have just heard that, because I just played 25 seconds on stream, that should be enough where we don't get struck down by the powers of DMCA. But that's
I
the
didn't
song I'm
hear it.
talking about. Huh?
I didn't hear it.
Yeah, that's because it wasn't on Discord.
Mm.
It was on stream. I posted the link in the stream though. I mean, I could go put it on Discord if you want to hear it.
Fine.
There you go. Yeah, that beginning just does not fit at all for what's ultimately a rock opera.
Rock, bruh.
It's rock, bruh. You know? Rocks.
Rock, bruh.
You know rocks, don't you, bruh?
Rock, bruh. I'll platinum my piggy bank now.
We love rocks. We love rocks.
I got a platinum there.
It's our favorite food. Almost as much as Taylor enjoys trolling the Italian Senate with Tifa porn.
Hey, we agreed not to tell anyone.
You know this is the truth. You can't hide it forever.
Goddamn fool. Now the FBI is gonna be knocking on my door.
Not gonna lie though, I don't know how you could have such low security. Such insanely low security where something like that could ever happen. Like, I know I'm not part of the Italian Senate, so I might not have all the rights needed to complain about how poor their security is, but they have terrible security if some idiot could actually do that. And did do that. Like, I could get agreement here from you guys, right?
Yeah.
I could have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids and that dumb dog.
Honestly.
That's what you make me think of.
It's just impressive that you're so poor with cybersecurity that someone can actually start doing something like that in what should be a very big officialish meeting. All serious-like and stuff.
How did that still activate?
That's what
It's
I'm thinking.
airborne.
How did they
Crimson's
do
coming
such
back.
things? Yeah, I picked up 54 wood. Let's put that away and go find some torches.
Oh, come on now, there's no enemies.
Man, that start though, that start for the song is something else. It just reminds me of Element 7. There you go, 7th Element. That's how it goes.
God. Yes!
It just reminds me of 7th Element when I hear that.
Hey Noah,
Yeah?
I like running down to the sky floor, I guess, with the lance because when I hit an enemy, it just gets launched straight into the sky, so my daggers then annihilate it. I guess not quite in the sky, but into the roof.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Is Taylor running across it right now?
No.
I don't see him.
I just flew so high that I was actually right underneath it, like you are.
Hi Taylor.
Okay.
Hello.
So it means you click into view when you're 1,500 blocks away. Or actually no, a bit higher than that since Noah clicked in. I think 1,700 just then. Or maybe he teleported.
Because I've got wizard
Oh.
powers. I actually did pay the Council of Wizards to have priority. And if you didn't pay the Council of Wizards, then you just won't show up as early as I do. You know? They're a very greedy group, the Wizard Council.
I like how one wyvern I killed was right above the desert, so when I went to get souls, I just like
Leave
fell
me
right
alone,
into it.
Herpling.
No.
It might actually killed me if I wasn't careful enough.
Herpings want you, Noah. They want you.
They're
to consume
dangerous.
them.
I nearly died. I was almost executed.
That is how you become consumed.
The Herplings want you to prevent forest fires.
Well, they're not doing much of a good job preventing these forest fires either. They have no rights to speak to me about this. Especially when I haven't done any forest fires. Unlike the damn Herplings.
There we go. Hopefully they have to leave them for a bit.
All I'm doing is annihilating their natural biome.
Barnacle Boy wants the bonefish from the underground and caverns lair.
You know what, after I finish purging this place, sure. Sure. I need to stop the Crimson from taking any more land
Yeah.
when it comes to the jungle. Because it has consumed so much. The
No
very least I
more.
could do is at least do some suppressive fire on it.
More crimson.
There we go. It's not much, but it's a little bit better now. At the bare minimum, I can't see any of it.
I wish there was some other way to get the forbidden fragments.
What do you mean? The only way is to do the fun times farming. The most fun time farm you'll ever do in your life.
It is legit the hardest farm in this game, aside from boss farms. And even then, you could still control those.
Are you farming?
Sandstorms.
Oh.
And before someone says that the ice golems are just as hard, you can easily see them when that event happens because it's just rain at night. I think this is rain at any time, actually, not even at night.
Yep.
I think at night, things just for deer clops.
Okay. So I've gotten rid of the surface crimson.
Then we have to go deep underground to that.
Yep. There's just
But
a little bit
first-
of crimson here fighting the hollow, but I just said might as well leave that to continue fighting the hollow.
Yeah.
Speaking of Hallow, do we have a Hallow pool?
Probably. Let me check. Yeah, we do.
Where is it?
It's on the bridge towards the
Okay, that's
place.
supposed to be a Hallow pool. Oh yeah, it is completely Hallow, I didn't even see that. I thought it was just like barely in the Hallow biome.
It's full-fledged, completely clean and pure. Alright,
Okay,
so
let's grab what it is.
it's 12 p.m. I could go back to my fishing.
Just grab dish.
Though I would really like to know how close are we to the goal.
What's our goal now?
That was just to get the eyes, you know.
The eyes?
Yeah, how actually close are we to fighting them and winning?
Oh. I don't know.
We could always do a temporary. We could always do a one and find out.
Yes, we can.
You have like 10 summoners for them.
We only have 6, sir.
We already have like 10 summoners for them.
We only have 6, sir. So I put it in my 6th slot. And we'll summon him at exactly 7:30. It's 7:45 is the time for this thing. Either way, after wiping out the surface crimson, how has that affected the crimson? Still 20%. Oh boy, that means that the underground's completely destroyed. We were too late
Sounds
to...
like the Hallow.
What?
Sounds like the Hallow to me.
Yep.
Why did someone put a wall there if it's completely useless?
To be honest, it's pretty...
Fuck you,
pretty
fairy.
sad. So of our test run, because let's be honest, we're probably gonna actually fight it properly on Thursday. Whoa!
What happened?
Oh, I just touched the teleporter and it got me. That's all.
Yep, that's the point.
I was got, Taylor. I was got by the teleporter.
You were gotten.
So I'm hitting a smooth 60 mph.
Yeah.
Nice.
It looks like there are campfires across most of the bridge too.
Hey, I'm trying, Dagnabbit. And I mostly stole them from other places.
Huh?
And I mostly stole them from other places because I have no honor.
That sounds right to me. And even with a full-speed unicorn, I'm only traveling about 60 and a half miles per hour.
The mount actually slows you down.
Like it seems I'm traveling at the same speed, but slightly, ever so slightly quicker with the mount.
Mounting... I mean, just that mount ignores asphalt bonus.
I see. Hey, I just found Skeletron as a cloud.
Cool.
There's a good rare
Hey.
cloud right there.
The sun has shades on.
The sun is completely nude for me.
That's lewd.
Well, that sucks. I can't do anything. If the sun doesn't feel like wearing clothes, I can't force it. It's too
Well,
bad
we have
don't
one side.
jungle elemental who's there trying to spread jungle boys.
Mhm.
Or a way to create mud.
Does the Dryad sell mud?
I don't think Dryad sells mud.
I'll be honest with how destroyed our dungeon is. it seems to be, I am probably going to collect a shit ton of mud in another world.
Oh, I just got a elites.
Nice.
Is that good? Yep, that's way better than what I have right now.
Nice.
Unbelievably superior damage-wise. This was the upgrade I've been waiting on.
Nice.
It's 77 damage a hit, which directly translates into 10,000 damage a second.
Okay, I feel like someone broke this pool. I'm only getting bass, princess fishes, and crates.
Oh, just fucking look at that direction.
Wait.
Yeah,
Fishes.
I see it, you know.
Just now got a prismite.
Let's get to work.
No, I'm not doing that, Taylor. I'm going to be battling the Eye of Cathigna tonight.
Alright.
The two eyes, the twins of Cathigna. The mechanical twins of Cathigna.
I mean, we all are going to. I'm just saying that we need to purchase it.
This is
That's
priority.
cobalt.
Cathigna's battle royale.
Bringing some cobalt to battle.
You know what? I'm
What?
surprised I haven't seen that yet.
What?
A Lovecraftian battle royale. When the battle royale craze was like at full speed. It seems just too easy, you know? Like they already had one for all the other things.
Are we starting all the way over there?
No, this is just where some crimson is.
What?
I'm gonna be heading over before too long because I already saved my spawn point on the bridge.
What? Oop.
So when it gets a little bit close, I'll just be spamming the spawn button after I teleport to my save point.
Okay.
There's no life fruit over here, Taylor. There's all palladium.
Cool.
It's all just palladium. Garbage, right? Right, buddy? Yeah.
How?
I already said go, but what else do you want from me?
I don't know. Grants for $10 million from the federal government?
It's gonna be difficult, but I think that's doable as well.
So what is going to be your excuse for why we need 10 mil? Is it
What do
so
you-
we can
what
see
excuse?
how fast a lobster can run on a treadmill?
What excuse, Noah?
I see. We're just going to say you should give it to us, cuz. Think that'll work.
You're still not understanding, Noah. You're still not understanding.
Then what could it be? What could it be? A blood moon? Is that what you need?
Yes. Yes. You see, we just cause a blood moon, and then we say, hey, we'll offer you protection if you give us 10 mil.
I guess we'll offer protection to the fucking American government.
Yes.
I know. We can't do it tonight.
Why?
It's a blood
Blood
bag.
moon.
I mean,
What?
I could go and check,
Stop us?
and I could do it. Nothing could really stop me. You better teleport fast, Taylor.
Fine.
Are we going all the way over?
It's just past the teleporter.
Okay. I thought it was...
That thing is gonna fuck us. There we go. Alright, you ready, Taylor? You here? Great,
Yeah.
I'm glad you've shown up.
Oh,
I
it's
can't
fun,
see
man.
anything, by the way, because there's blood moon.
I know. But
Fucking
there's also no
serious.
torches around here, which is helping.
There we go.
Are we on Mr. Cathigna now?
Yes, start it.
They came from opposing sides to inform us about the glory of the elites. The elite elites.
Oh wait, we attack Retinazer first, right? Oh, health!
Yeah. You just have to not take damage, bro. how boss fights work. You just don't get hurt. Because if you get
I'm
hurt, you lose.
right now, since I'm gonna back off. Why are you going towards me?
There's only one damn direction this entire place goes.
Oh, what?
Taylor.
I just arrived. What are you talking about?
Why did you do that to us, Taylor? You
killed
killed us.
You made him stop in the air, is what I'm complaining. Is what I'm whining about.
Hey, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. My bad.
It is.
10 seconds.
You know, I'm just gonna die because you guys are like that. Fuck you. There you go.
Hey, I didn't agree with Noah, I was just whining. I even
No,
admitted I was
because-
whining.
no,
He's
it was
really faster
legit.
than me.
Yeah, that was an impossible fight.
Why are you slightly faster than me?
Yeah.
Motherfucker. Fuck you, Noah.
It's not my fault you can't summon wyverns. Is it?
Noah, you are the devil.
That's not my fault either.
Yes, it is.
Oh, really now?
Yes.
Is that the game you want to play?
Noah!
Then we'll play this fucking game.
That's also your fault.
It's still a blood moon, Taylor.
Oh,
You have noticed this, correct?
yeah. So,
What's your solution?
I have no solution.
I do just want to mention, by the way,
Fish.
that the American government unironically just gives grants away for research for literally anything. And it's terrible. Like, it wasn't that long ago when I was complaining that there was a grant given to research, I think it's the speed that lobsters can run on a treadmill. Like, I don't know if you know this, but that doesn't appear to be very valuable research. Just need a few minutes so I can try to re-roll my Yeeleeds to be something way too expensive for me to put.
Why the fuck in the... Why in the actual fuck can the... Marpley, when in the fuck could the rays go up? None of the ghost type enemies have ever been able to go up.
I don't really get what he means, but I imagine forever?
Why the fuck is that trapdoor open?
Go.
My fucking blade hits are gone right after I summon them.
Whew. All these spawns, Taylor. They're really doing a number on us.
Great, isn't it?
Where are you and why are you doing this?
I'm going to do something.
Two can play at that game.
Man, I am only now just seeing how the hollow fucked up the elevator.
Yep.
Pretty crazy.
Actually, I'll put it right now. The giant ass Hallow, 12%.
Yep.
When there's also all this shit going on in the desert.
Yep. That should tell
If
you
you
how
didn't-
bad the Crimson is.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you didn't realize the Crimson is fucking huge at that point, when it's nearly double the Hallow, then I don't know what you were expecting.
Oh, I don't know how I didn't realize this, but that's amazing.
What?
This is hollow blocks.
Yeah, the Underworld's also been taken over by the Hollow.
That's amazing.
Whole underworld. Ain't that cool? Ain't that rad?
It's radical.
Yeah, there's Crimson down here too.
Yes, I had just found some as well.
Hey. Just got pissed on by a giant squid until I died. That's not very fun.
Are you two-shot?
I don't think it was a two-shot.
Yeah, look, the hollow's right here.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, alright. That's a boon wizard, okay.
That was a Rin Wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Very skilled in the art of absolutely fucking you.
There's even cobwebs in here, that's terrible.
So yeah, the point of this lesson is the Crimson is everywhere and we're all gonna die. Simple, right?
Right, oh, okay. I didn't even have time to react.
Yeah. They're really skilled at that whole hitting you stuff. So I know the answer might already be known, but since we're in this mode, expert mode, is there like a chance that enemies that have money on them will just despawn?
Pretty sure, yep.
Okay. Had to check. Just had a feeling. Okay.
Like, Veer's battery pack actually feels like it's about to explode.
Wow.
Yeah, it's summertime, you know.
That's
The heat's coming back.
because of the. That's just because of how slow my computer runs without being charged when I'm playing a game.
Oh, that's the Underworld Crimson dealt with. Okay. Where is Taylor now? Oh, he's already on the other side, I see him.
Eh.
So what are you doing here?
I'm trying to make a AFK part. I'm fucking serious.
What are you trying to farm?
Serious?
What?
I'm just trying to get into like the captain's biome, that's it.
I feel completely confused still.
Going to a captain's biome so I can make an AFK farm so we can have tons of money.
So you're just doing this for money farm?
Yes.
Alright.
And also the chance to get items.
I get it.
So why strictly the caverns?
I looked up a video and apparently the caverns have the highest spawn rates according to the guy.
Do you have a candle?
No. But first off, I need to actually find an area. And plus I have candles in my piggy bank, so that's good. There we go, we're in the caverns now.
Medusa's nearby, Taylor.
Yeah, right.
What the hell? I can
Right.
water. What the fuck is?
So, okay, this area should be good.
So what more could we really do to actually get good for the eyes? Because I'm lost on that idea.
I mean, we didn't really can't do anything then good.
And I'm just wondering, what could we really do? Because obviously we could do things differently than how we just did them.
Well, we can have the asphalt go to the other side as well.
Well, we definitely didn't reach the end, so I don't think that's too needed.
Way it makes things more synergized.
This is
Taylor,
interesting.
I think I found a friend. No, it's just a lovely little biome.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
I thought there was a bunch of crimson over here.
Well, this direction instead.
So is there any particular spawn you're looking for?
No, it just has to be in a cabin biome. I am just looking at an area we use.
Okay. Hoplite, he dropped his pants. There's even more marble over here. You know, this means that there's a fun magical weapon we can get here.
Yes. This will do
What?
nicely then.
Yeah. There's a chance of, you know...
Oh,
killing
Medusa
that
head.
woman. I can get rid of the blink root. That's worth less than a bunch of potions.
Are there any waterproof torches?
Yeah. Sticky glow sticks.
But those still despawn.
Yeah,
No.
they do.
It makes no
Here.
sense that there's no things as an under a waterproof torch.
That requires electricity.
Hi, Medusa.
Hey, our buddy we were just talking about just showed up.
Mm-hmm.
There's a free murdering. In fact, I haven't actually charged anyone so far for me to kill them. I'm such a good person.
I'm surprised you haven't.
It's because I'm just that good of a person, you know? I don't
Right.
need to charge them.
Boon chest. Take out a stack of bombfish, that works.
Okay.
What does a wet bomb do?
It's probably a bomb that makes water.
Taking that. 'Cause I'm lazy.
Oh. Well, this is something.
Hmm.
Apparently there's a lot of people with masks in Elden Ring.
Nice.
That's not the surprising part. It seems some data miners managed to actually show what faces are behind all those masks, and they're actually all modeled.
Oh yeah, I saw that there was a video about that.
Isn't that
It's
nice?
like a snow golem.
What?
It's like a snow golem.
Explain, friend.
You'll never see what's behind the pumpkin, but they still make it. You played enough of that game, you know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what game! So I'm totally lost.
Minecraft.
Minecraft?
Snow golem.
Wait, you mean there's a model under that?
There's a face.
Oh damn. I didn't know that.
The more you
And I only had
know.
40,000 hours in that game.
Bombfish. Nature's fishy bomb.
The fishy bomb.
Sticky bomb.
There you go. did it, Taylor. I cleaned the area out. I removed all the valuables. The mithril.
Water bombs, go!
Go.
That's good.
Hearthstone has announced its next expansion, which I'm sure Taylor's very excited about.
Oh yes, I can't wait to go back to Hearthstone.
Hearthstone.
Yes.
I don't think they're going to be getting any sponsors for their tournaments either.
It's very sad.
Just judging by, you know, Overwatch, since I feel like the issue is just Activision, Blizzard now, and not just, whatever else is there. Okay.
You could sponsor it.
Yes, hey, you know what? I'll give you a whole $1 for this sponsor spot. All my spare change.
Might give you enough money to buy the bundle, Humble.
Oh man. Dude, could you imagine how insane that would be?
A tournament getting a $1 sponsor, and that's it.
Yeah. This, that, and just us being the sponsor spot at all. We don't have the money to be sponsors.
We'd have to make like 10 billion ads.
Well, here's the way I see it. We put down $1. They obviously accept us as the only people who are willing to sponsor them for some reason or another. And then we get horribly fucked over by the fact that there's a reason that nobody's sponsoring them.
I'm sure it'd go fine. After all, we're the ones sponsoring them.
Of course, that somehow makes it okay, whatever horrible thing that they've done that made it where everybody doesn't like them.
Does anyone know why people don't like them right now?
Currently, I'm not sure. It might be the last reason why they don't like them, it's just not gone away. But, you know, I'm not exactly hyper informed on why Overwatch isn't getting any sponsors for their tournaments. All I know is that people don't want to do it. Pepsi pretty much said no, Coke said no. And those are like the two companies that really want to sponsor to gamers, you know? Because who else drinks Pepsis and Cokes if not gamers?
No one.
That's right, nobody. We're at the end of the world, Taylor, I'm done.
Good news is that we can fit the farm.
I mean, the other direction though. Like, why couldn't we just continue that way?
Because we already hit 84. There has to be 84 blocks on either side.
Alrighty.
Great, this pig's taking up even more of my inventory space.
I won't question it if it brings results.
Now, we need to go, I think, 47 blocks up?
Do you have a ruler or something you're using?
No.
That sucks, man. You should really use a ruler.
It is a very useful tool, but how I'm doing this is just giving me the exact number of blocks in my inventory to actually do this.
Okay. I guess that does.
Yeah, which is why the paid link is usually out.
Let's see, well, Taylor does that. There's that one 3D FTL.
What?
That 3D FTL game.
What?
That 3D FTL game.
What?
I'm not repeating again, you know.
I'm hearing what you're saying.
There's that. Wish I could remember what it was called. No, this means warp. There we go. Oh boy. Oh boy, does that make me upset. What?
Wish you could explain what FTL means.
It's a game.
Faster than light.
Yes, faster than light, a game. It was a great game. A really good game. But this is also coming from somebody who plays a ton of roguelikes and rogue lights. There we go. L-I-T-E. L-I-K-E. Anyways, I play a lot of these things, and FTL was really good. It's really enjoyable. Anyways, they've made what looks to be an attempt at a 3D version of that, but it's also supposed to be multiplayer, and I'm gonna be totally honest. As someone who is very objective and never says anything based off opinions, I hate the art so much. I despise it.
The art of what?
Of, this means warp.
Oh.
It's truly upsetting.
Alright, there we go.
But hey, I'm sure it will never change. And I'll just dislike it forever. There. And hopefully we get some nice stuff from all this farming.
Hopefully this
Yeah.
unicorn fucks off.
Pegasus is a powerful beast, you know. It speaks the language of Jerry. Anyhow.
I'd like to have platinum ore on me.
It's everywhere.
Oh, slime had that. Fuck you,
Only
unicorn
being
may
knowledgeable.
pick up useless ore. Has ore.
Oh, this is beautiful. Somebody made a bunch of Kerbal Space Program keycaps.
Oh.
Bunch of what now?
Kerbal Space Program keycaps. These little
I have no
plastic
clue
things you
any
put
of
on your
those
keyboard. Huh?
Okay.
Yeah. Because some people actually do know where all the buttons are by heart. Those people use keycaps because I just got turned to stone. Taylor, help me.
It,
There we go, I've been freed.
at least we're getting some Medusas swarming.
Yeah, but some people who actually are skilled at knowing where all the keys are. That's the sort of people who
Yeah,
get
okay.
keycaps. What?
Blood Moon.
Screw
There was
you,
one
game.
earlier.
I know. There's another one.
But how could we afford 2 blood moons back to back
I don't
like that?
No, I'm
We
not
don't
sure,
have the budget
but
for this, Taylor. These things
Game,
cost the
it goes
animation
straight
budget
to hell.
massives.
I'm sorry, but the extras are just rebelling. They want another Blood Moon.
Man, this is why you don't hire local. This is why you fly over the rich artisan. Artisans? What are those people called? The celebrities, that's what they are, not artisans. That's a very different concept. They don't make things.
Alright, there we go. I can continue on. Whoops.
Yeah, this is why you gotta fly in the proper celebrities, because let's be honest here, Taylor, that there's a leak. You're just
Yeah.
wasting all that red water.
Yeah.
Ah, damn it. Pete and Kevin just got killed.
Oh, that's a bad thing.
Yes.
Oh, look at that rock golem.
Now I'm fighting a thing.
Oh, look at him. He just blinded me, but he's got a little flower on his head.
Adorable rock golem.
He dropped his head and 21 gold.
Ah,
I'm flying
yes.
a blood vern. Holy fuck my health.
You're fishing?
Yeah.
Oh boy. There's some good stuff you could get from fishing, you know.
If people were to help me,
Yeah.
not die.
Yeah, to help it might go better. Do you want this gone, Taylor?
Yes, that needs to be gone. Everything in between all of this needs to be gone.
Okay.
Frick, 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 frick. Safe. Minions! What the hell are you doing?
It's nice having these really chill streams where we're not
Why
actually
are so many
stressing.
minions going down there? This guy has a target on him!
Where I'm not really stressing.
It would be nice if we had Tony and Richard here, though.
Yeah, we gotta need to speak with them. Well, I mean, I know what's going on with Tony, but I don't know about Richard.
Yeah, he's been away for a while, so.
Yeah,
Hopefully he's alright.
you never know what it
Yeah.
Well, either way, we've been having a great time. I can say that. Come on.
Alright. This is the very tip right here.
Perfect. Maybe take an idle here while I'm looking for some more fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the Steam Deck. So you guys already know, I'm sure you know, the Steam Deck has been a wild success other than its battery.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, actually it's been doing really, really well outside of its battery and Bungie actually losing their shit over it. For some reason. To give context, because I feel like you might not know what I'm talking about, Steam Deck came out and the devs for Destiny 2 pretty much said if you try to play this game with a Steam Deck, we will ban you. So,
They really hate it.
yeah. Outside of Bungie, you know, it's been pretty well received. It's done pretty well, honestly. Well, people are apparently stealing them en masse.
I shall be back, Noah. I need to go get more blocks.
Okay. Yeah, apparently
Wait a
people have been
moment.
stealing Steam Decks en masse, and people are actually asking Valve to get some more discreet packaging so less people are going around stealing the Steam Decks.
Hey there.
Hi.
Gotta be honest though, I mean, they can't play Destiny on them. They're not allowed to mod them to play Destiny or they'll get banned, it's crazy. And to make it even better, Bungie seems to be unwilling to provide support so you can play it, you know, on a Steam Deck without getting banned, and I don't really get why. Like, I know, Taylor, you might not know this, but I will still ask. Isn't there, isn't the Destiny 2 on console and PC the same? Or are they separated?
Taylor, help.
I think they're separated.
Okay.
Ow.
And just put the Steam Deck players on the same servers as the console players. Maybe I'm just missing something, but that seems like a really simple solution to what's ultimately, you know, a pretty bad PR problem when they've released a new expansion and people are beating the expansion in just a few hours for what's like $60, like the price of a new game.
Oh, is that what's happening with the new expansion?
Yeah, people have been beating it really
Taylor,
fast.
help!
Holy shit!
Well,
I said I'd be fishing.
sounds like
Yeah,
that's time for Noah to show up.
Ow.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
the Dread Nautilus is
yeah.
here. Why didn't
Yeah,
you say a
that's
Dread
why we
Nautilus was here? I've
I
literally
said
built
help!
myself. Help doesn't mean anything.
I
Anybody can ask for
died.
help. I ask for help all the time. I only need it about half the time.
But I actually need help when I say help.
We need to lead them out here.
I can't control myself, I'm confused. Nurse, are you dead? Good. Taylor just led the Dread Nautilus far away.
I've led them to over here.
He led him to me.
Oh, okay.
He just ripped open a portal to hell, and he summoned a bunch of his friends.
Great.
What the hell was that?
Yeah.
Ah, back off. Fuck off! Gate.
There you go, I've killed the Dread Nautilus
There
for
we
you.
go.
Awesome,
Oh.
he dropped a bloody tear. Oh shit.
Is that actually it?
I dropped 8 gold. I need to be in a safer place to actually look at my inventory to see what's new. There we go. So let's see, he might have
It's
dropped a
spawn camping.
backpack, bloody tear, and a quick sanguine staff.
God damn it.
Oh, cool.
And about 1,000
They're
spears.
spawn camping me!
Yeah, that's what they do.
Noah!
I can't stop it.
Yes, you can.
I actually can't. I mean, these blood squirts are just gonna do what they want. Is that actually what these things are called, or am I just misreading?
Squid.
Am I bad? Am I that bad at English?
Yeah, they are called blood squids.
God damn, I saw so many different letters there.
It's just
Don't worry, for a time I thought they were called bloodshots.
Either way, they're octopi.
ow, my health.
You're
Ow.
alive, so you're fine.
Ow. Ow.
You're fine! You're alive! You get to live. Unlike Taylor.
At this rate.
What do you mean, unlike me?
As in, you don't get to. The implication is you're gonna die again.
I deny
Also, by the way,
your
what's like
reality.
kind of interesting about the daggers?
What?
Look at their animation.
What about
They
it?
aren't moving in a circle. They're moving a snake pattern. If you see, the front one is always, fuck you, game.
I see what you're saying. It's an actual Halo.
No, it's not moving circularly. It's like the front one will always be in the front. Quite how it moves. See?
I see what you're saying. It's an illusion. You're being eluded by a clown. Luckily, clowns die fast now. I hope the NG's still alive.
No.
He's actually unhurt.
What?
He's
Good
unharmed.
NG.
Are we talking about down,
Right.
man?
No.
NG.
I'll take the superiority at least. That's gonna take me too much money to get anything better.
Oh, you're
81
talking about
damage a strike is pretty good
the
for me.
Okay.
Okay, time to empty my inventory again, man. It's been filling up fast today.
Got a titanium crate.
Nice, see what's inside. It might be a snail or a mouse.
32 gold ore.
Awesome.
Healing potions. And masturbate.
I literally could not think of better items to get.
Titanium crate. Gold ore.
Gladiator
Medium
leggings.
healing potions.
All the equipment's down here, right?
All the weapons.
Yep.
I meant like the entire row. I thought you just meant over in that area.
Yeah, Taylor's fixing the problems.
How
So
did
I
their
can
gold...
just place shit randomly.
Taylor and I died. Oh, this shit, cause my minions can't sit still.
Hey.
I'm back.
Yes.
I should have really just made a drill since we have enough stuff for it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like a lot of our buddies wanted to say hi to us.
Well, they're friendly kids, you know. They wanted
I
us to know
also
about their
saw-
javelin sale going on.
I also saw a Medusa over here, but I guess she despawned. Or is underneath us.
Man. Wouldn't that be a wacky world, instead of getting Girl Scouts trying to offer you their cookies which will poison you in 3 seconds? They're trying to sell weapons. Like fucking javelins.
That'd be fucking intense.
It'd be pretty fun, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone's back.
It's too bad they're not better. They all just show up at once, really.
Where are the potions now?
Even the cat died.
It's
Who's
to the
there?
far left.
Why?
Because I'm organizing everything.
Why are they hidden all the way over here?
They're only as hidden as you want them to be.
Why does he want them to be
Only as-
hidden? All
They're
the way
only
over
as hidden as your blindness.
Why would anyone ever look over there when they've always been up by themselves?
Because I'm switching
hidden
things around.
Now they're hidden between blocks and other stuff.
Foolish fool, if you have a problem with it, you do it yourself.
Oh, the peak. If you don't like it, then make your own.
You
If
don't
like the
get to
government, make a new
you
government.
don't get to fucking complain because you're not the one doing it.
I was confused by why they were moved all the way over there.
Wait a second, is Todd Howard actually going crazy?
Who do you have as Todd Howard?
You know, the Bethesda Skyrim man.
He's the It Just Works guy.
I'm glad you finally picked up on what that silence means.
What silence?
The silence of I still have no clue what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, he's the dude who just says It Just Works.
It's Todd Howard. Everyone knows Todd Howard, except for you, because you're not a person.
Wow. That is violent right there, dude. I'll show
My
you a
bad.
picture of Todd
Unless
Howard. You might know him by face. He's famous
Unless
because
you
of
had a
his words.
clip of It Just Works, I will have no clue what the actual fuck you were talking about. Why is there a night enemy over here?
That's the wrong channel. I'm not supposed to post this here. Sorry, everybody who actually doesn't have that channel muted. There we go. There's Todd Howard. So yeah, he's really big on Starfield. Like, he's actually talking about it now.
His face looks completely generic.
I know, he's an NPC. But that's A-okay, because he's actually a very functional member of some societies.
He's very functional.
He's very functional.
Alright,
He's a
now we have to get
high-functioning
in.
NPC. Damn, that sounds like a real insult right there. It's almost as insulting as Noah just destroying Taylor's bridge.
God damn it, Noah!
It's NPC.
You know, a non-player
There we go.
character. You know when you just hit the random button in Skyrim? You get someone like Todd Howard.
You would never get someone like Todd Howard from hitting random on anything.
Damn. No, instead you'll get every time, man. Every single time. This is not even a joke.
You'd find him under one of the presets.
I can honestly say that if it is a possible combination, there is not a game I've played that has a random character button that hasn't had, very specifically, a short, not quite but almost black dude with a green afro. Every single random game I've had somebody like that show up when I've just pushed the random button. It's crazy. It's like it's a meme or something I've just not understood. Do you guys have any idea what I'm talking about?
I'm just laughing at your words.
It's the only way to describe this. I've seen it in every random, and it's so strange that it keeps popping up. It's like the exact same guy every time, too. And I feel like I'm missing out on a joke that I'm supposed to get.
They have to be in every game ever.
It's like every game where that combination is doable, you know? Like, if you can't get that combo, it doesn't show up, but like, in every game where that combo is possible, I get it. Every single time I look. It's
Hey,
incredible.
chat, do you know what this is called?
I don't know what it's called.
But does chat know what it's called? Why
Chat
does it seem
doesn't know what
everyone's
it's
talking
Chat doesn't
about
like talking to us.
you?
They hate us. But if somebody knows this guy, do tell us. I'd love to find out what's up with this guy and why it's so funny to put him into every goddamn game.
Or if you find out about it after the stream, go and mention it in whatever the next stream we do is.
Just tell us. We want to know.
Next stream since you find out, I mean. How?
Either
Up to
way,
you.
some dude. He's everywhere, and I don't recognize him, and I don't know what's up with this guy and why he's everywhere.
Bitch.
But I've got a feeling Taylor's in on this joke.
I feel I'm in a joke.
Either way, the point of me bringing up Todd Howard and Starfield is that Todd Howard said that Starfield is going to channel old hardcore RPGs.
What kind of RPGs are those?
Boy.
Hardcore RPGs, I don't know. I don't think he gave any examples, he just said, as he does.
What is specifically an old hardcore RPG, and what? Plus, RPG is vague. It can mean just about anything that
I don't
anyone
know, he's
wants.
probably talking about Final Fantasy 13.
Why 13?
It's the hardest one! Air quotes. I'll be honest though, when it comes to 13, it was actually so easy a 12-year-old could beat the entire game with ease.
I was just gonna complain about specifically referring to as an old hardcore RPG. Keep being the old part. Like, you'd think of like Final Fantasies 1 through 6, or aka 1
No,
through 3.
he's clearly talking about 2013 and beyond.
Is he?
I don't know, I'm just guessing. I mean, I'm doing the thing that you're supposed to do when you see an article. You read the headline and then you just don't read the body at all, and make guesses about what it actually means. You know? Like some sort of enlightened individual.
He is truly a gamer.
Yeah. You just read the headline, and then guess what everything else is about, and generally be wrong about it. Which is why he's definitely talking about Final Fantasy 13. For sure. Let's see, what is his actual statements?
Does anyone know I'm not getting a crystal snake?
You're not
Check.
fishing in the underground hollow?
Underground?
Yeah.
I didn't see underground on there.
It doesn't, but that's where everything spawns in.
Fished in the hollow.
Yep. It's only a rare spawn then. Like, going into underground hollow will be easier for you. Because of the
Okay.
fact that it's safer.
Give me a moment now. I hope
If you make a
I'm
base.
going topside for a moment.
The hell do you gotta go topside for? Now I can't just read the article about why Todd Howard says Final Fantasy 17 is an old RPG.
I'll be down there in a moment.
Did you say 17?
I did say 17.
There we go.
We haven't had 16 yet.
What do you mean? They're at like 23, aren't they?
The most recent... Unless Final Fantasy 16 has come out, the most recent one we've had is 15, which was all the way back on the... I think it was the Xbox One era?
Back.
Like when the 1 and 4 were pretty recent.
Oh, hello there!
Now don't take this as an insult, but I genuinely believe that there has been at least 20 at this point. I need to check this, because this sounds crazy.
Well, there
that
has,
hasn't
but it's been stuff where it's like continue versions were on the same number, like 13.1, 13.2, 13.3. See, wait, can you get to 20 doing that? So we have 15. We have 3. We have 2 more from 13.2 and 13.3. We have 10. We have 10.2. We have Final Fantasy IV Prelude and Final Fantasy IV The After Years. There we go. We can get to 20. Haha. Fuck. Oh, come on. Right as I stopped to dig, you fucking teleport on top of me.
So much waste.
What?
Oh, it's just what I'm doing to Taylor.
What are you doing?
That's just tungsten.
He
That's
doesn't
useless.
yet, but he'll realize. He'll realize when he's watching the VODs back.
I got 7 mithril.
But is he
Also,
talking
maybe
about
realize
D&D?
What?
It's hard to tell if he's talking about like video games or D&D. Like the quote from him is that some things we didn't do, and then the context in older games, the backgrounds, the traits defining your character, all those stats. Starfield's aiming for a lot of the things the older hardcore RPG, something we used to do, doing those things in a new way. I don't think he actually references any games. He might just be talking about like tabletop RPGs. But yeah, it seems like he wants to have like Fallout style factions. Where, you know, you can ally with all these different people who all hate each other. And you can be a good guy in all of these situations.
Good Christian boy.
He's a good Christian murder hobo.
Yes.
When you inevitably join up with the pirate gang. You know what, that's something I've honestly wondered. You might notice in sci-fi movies and shows how all of a sudden pirates come back. I know this is just a me thing, but like, the things that stop piracy in the modern era, you'd imagine would work in space. Right?
How the hell did you just clip to that wall? Okay,
Stupid
okay.
digger.
Juicer, you're not supposed to be there yet.
But like, I just have a feeling that space pirates would be one of those low priority issues. So I just turned my map on again, Taylor. Wow, is this a lot?
What?
The box here.
Yeah.
Found natural hidey hole, by the way.
Nice.
It only works when enemies don't decide to clip through the walls.
Oh, so when people stop cheating?
Yeah.
That's not happening. Cheating's like a way of life for some of these NPCs. Wall hacks, fucking insta-kill techniques, blindness, armor
Bomb
just being
camping.
removed. Suddenly you drop all your items and then you just die. It's great. The wall hacks, I think, are the biggest one.
Yep.
There's a lot of wall hacks going on. What the hell are you doing?
I'm starting a slime party.
I didn't mean to put walls down there.
Do you mean to have walls at all?
Yes.
Okay.
We need to wall off this entire area.
I need more slimes.
So are you specifically using non-artificial blocks?
I'm using stone because it's the easiest to get.
Okay. Yeah, Medusa, leave me alone. I'm busy destroying this inhabitation.
He's not supposed to be here yet.
There we go.
Right.
It's almost all gone now. As all things should be.
Tag them. Come on, slime, join the slime party.
Yeah. Have you guys ever felt just like that small tinge of you missing out because you haven't participated in those older MMOs?
Yes.
Kinda.
I'm really feeling that with Ragnarok Online. Because there's the new one, but the new one isn't like, it's not the same. From what I've seen, it seems to just be corrupted by a cash shop.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, nowadays the only people who are really doing well in that game are just pay to win. Like, maybe the original Ragnarok Online was like that too, but I didn't know about it.
No, minion, stop that.
I got the Gladiator's Breastplate now.
Fuck. Minion, stop.
It's pretty bad, but I have it.
Now you can pretend to
What
be a
breastplate?
gladiator.
Yeah, the Gladiator's Breastplate. That's what I got.
Okay.
It's got 6 whole armor. I'm almost dead, Taylor.
It's not good. Okay.
So you've got yourself this entirely flattened zone.
Yes, now we just need
Flat
walls. A lot of walls.
Taylor's trying to
Lots of
recreate
balls.
Flatland, you know, the book.
I was remembering the Smash stage.
You have a shit ton of stone blocks on you.
Not a lot, but I have some.
Yeah, that's some. That's useful.
Hmm. Unbelievable. Let me just ask you this. Knowing Todd Howard as the guy he is, What do you think is the last thing he says at the end of this interview about Starfield?
It just works.
That's a good guess. Now, I've never thought this before, but I honestly do feel like Todd Howard might be just a little bit of a narcissist.
Why? Does he use first-person pronouns?
He actually does use first-person pronouns, surprisingly. Which is the clearest sign that someone is a narcissist.
No one's going to get that reference.
I mean, everybody who studies psychology will. But the way he ends this interview is, we're asking the big questions. Why are we all here? Where is it leading? And what's next for humanity?
For humanity?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
In a video game?
That's how we're doing it, you know? We're asking the big questions about all of humanity in this video game. By virtue
Well,
of
now.
Todd Howard, I feel it might actually be a narcissist just from that.
They're pulling out all the stops for this one.
Yep. So you mentioned earlier that you think Starfield's going the way of Fallout 4. And Taylor, you don't know how true it was.
Yeah, it was very true.
Not only are they having Fallout 4 style factions where everybody's just at war and you're joining some warring factions, you're the good guy no matter what. And
Sucks.
and
Got it.
more ands. Congrats. See, for some magical reason the underground just seems to work better. But
Well, it does help that this is like quadruple the size of my other thing.
it's just insane, it's impressive. That he actually made that claim that Starfield is asking the big questions.
That's humanity. Why is there a chest here?
I'm bleeding for like a minute.
Blow up open this.
God damn.
I don't know
A
what.
long time.
I'm hurt, man. I'm hurt. I'm real hurt.
I feel
Todd
like
Howard
it's
made me very injured.
from...
With his
Todd Howard
proclamation
caused you.
of the universe.
Todd Howard gave you bleed, no one.
I'm bleeding out, man. I mean, I'm saying all this shit. I'm gonna end up buying Starfield. Let's not lie here. I'm gonna do it. But I'm allowed to criticize this guy as much as I want.
I think I might have to get rid of the Gate of Babylon.
Where is that? Or are you saying
It's-
he's gonna need to get rid of it?
No, the weapon I have.
And they're really just falling from the sky.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
He's back.
Why is this working on summoning him? Why is he getting summoned here?
Taylor.
He-
Taylor. I just bought 2 of these things.
What you...
Not that.
Holy shit!
Yes.
Oh my
you buy?
god! Yes!
We've got
What are you buying?
lanterns.
Yes!
Actual
Lantern?
light pets. Finally.
Oh, what you... Okay.
That's a glorious skeleton man.
Yes, he's done a great thing. I only had enough to buy those 2, but Hunter has light pets, so it's all fine.
I have Flickawick.
Now I
I've
have a light
both
pet.
light pets.
Taylor has a light pet. We all have light pets, except for the ones who aren't here. If they were here, they might have gotten one.
We have
Maybe
all
they
the
could've
shrine
just teleported.
friends.
How much are they?
10 gold each.
Oh shit.
I spent all my gold on that.
We have 10 platinum.
I mean, if you want to go and get another 20 gold so that you can buy them something, go ahead, but like,
You can just wormhole to me and then wormhole back to him.
I've done my duty.
He's done his duty.
Okay, who's knocking on my door? It's a zombie. Who would have thought? That they
I'm
would
such a good
still-
bodyguard.
I mean, you're so good, in fact, that no enemies are flying.
Yeah.
They were
So you know I'm
scared off by his muscles.
They were scared off from the magic lanterns. What are you talking about?
I'm just such an incredibly skilled yo-yo master that I just scared away everybody who'd want to hurt us.
Well, that makes it nice right now. It will eventually be very sad.
Boop, 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 boop,
It'll be just like when you.
boop, boop.
It's just like when you want to play with, well, bad players in Dota. You just play a character you've never played before, or go lone druid.
Typically lone druid.
Because nobody seems to understand how to fucking play lone druid somehow.
Hmm.
I don't get it. I don't get how it's so difficult for people to comprehend. He's a pretty simple character, even if he's really difficult to use. You've got two characters. One is a support unit, the other is a damage, like an actual carry. So you've got two characters you're managing, a support and a carry, and you build them like a support and a carry, and you're done. It's that simple. It just works.
Now, is he the guy that has a bear?
Yep. The actual lone druid human is effectively a support character, and the bear is literally just a carry. And if you build them like that, they do incredibly well. They can really push towers, man. It's great.
What's a carry?
It's pretty much somebody who's useless in the beginning of the game, and then around like the 20 to 30 minute mark, depending on how bad they are, they become unstoppable gods that could just gank like crazy.
Oh, so they're called that because the team has to carry them, and then they carry the team.
Pretty much. That's how it goes.
I was just completely making that shit up. I was expecting it to be something completely different.
That's effectively what it is. It's literally just that in the early game they're not that good. In late game they are unstoppable.
I believe one of my favorite characters, Juggernaut, is a carry.
Yep. I have found that Juggernaut and Witch Doctor is so good, dude.
Really?
It is really good.
Nice.
Witch Doctor and Juggernaut, because here's the thing, Witch Doctor is a really strong support, alright? Because he's got a lot of things that bind, he's got a lot of healing, he's got a lot of damage. He's just good support unit.
I remember him being a stun bastard as well.
Yep, Juggernaut also has a lot of healing, as you know. And Juggernauts 1 and 4, I know that's the Q and R, give him invulnerability. So it's really good. You put that combo together, Witch Doctor can just spam, you can just use his soul ring and just spam healing on the Juggernaut. Juggernaut has his healing ward. He's unkillable.
Man, no wonder why every single time we try to play with against other people, Noah, that Juggernaut has been banned.
Yeah, that's because if somebody plays Juggernaut Witch Doctor, you win.
And that sucks for me because he's my favorite unit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the only option is really just learn more things. Like, they changed a lot of heroes since you last played, dude.
Yeah.
Like, they've changed a lot of heroes. Like, fucking... What's the thing called? Broodmother's not really a, an offlaner anymore.
Yeah, you talked about this.
Now she's proper a mid. You actually play Broodmother mid now, it's crazy.
That's fucking insane from how I saw you last player.
Yeah, because you don't play her mid before. You just screw off lane and just struggle farm some creeps, then send out waves. And it does great, because if you go for the damage, they do like the whole health bar really fast, but now she's a mid, and you don't really focus that much on the spiders. She plays sort of like how Bloodseeker plays. Not Bloodseeker, Flesh Eater, Life Stealer, there we go.
There you go. I was having trouble thinking of it too.
Yeah, the Flesh Eater isn't real, but Bloodseeker is actually another character. Yeah, Life Stealer. She plays a lot like him, where she has an ability that gives her like 60% lifesteal, I think, for 10 seconds, 20 seconds. It's really, really long duration. And 60% lifesteal, by the way, assuming you've not played like shit, means you can't be killed, as long as you're hitting enemies. It's good.
I mean, it sounds like it is a lot, so...
It is actually a lot. It sounds just like it is. It's a crazy high amount of damage for ultimately a single button push. Well, lifesteal. And if you go something like the Satanic, which is another 20% lifesteal, that's almost your entire hit is healing you for the damage you deal.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck, what happened?
I think the I think Vlad's cloak is another 12%, so you can get really high.
Oh, the lifesteal.
Honestly, having a light pet is so nice. I can actually see what the
Yes.
hell I'm doing when I don't have torches.
It's hard for me right now because I have blindness.
Yeah,
That's why you get an Ankh Charm.
yeah, we'll just
So
wait
you-
until Hunter makes us on
It's
charms.
Yeah, we'll just wait until we finally decide.
No, Hunter will make them.
Wait,
for
how's
us,
the
you know?
jungle here?
Trust him.
Guys, why is the Mushroom Man's place a jungle?
Well, clearly, somebody's an asshole and put a jungle seed in his farm.
Yeah, someone fucked him up.
How did this happen?
Somebody put a jungle seed. They broke like a single mushroom grass seed, and then they put a jungle seed down, and then it spread because jungle has priority over mushroom land.
Does?
Obviously.
Well, that sucks.
Oh
Who
wait,
did you make
no,
that?
I think I know what happened.
There's no other way I can explain this.
Jungle's considered a type of purity, so when you were using the green solution, you must have hit his jungle biome. Or, sorry, his mud blocks, and it became... So it then turned it into jungle.
I just wish there was a way to make mud safe. Just saying it, you know.
Yeah.
I'm
wish
gonna
we
head
could
What's
make
back
the
mud.
in.
wind speed right now?
Wind speed.
Yeah.
Now where I am, it's 37, so it's really high.
I wish we had pylons set up.
Yeah, we haven't done enough fishing quests. Is all. If we did more, then we could get we could all get bones. You know.
That doesn't... How would the phone solve that? Oh, you're talking...
Yeah, the information bobbles is what I'm referring to.
I'm just saying I want to be able to get to this place faster.
Just get a teleporter. You know.
It's a sandstorm.
High wind speeds means teleporter. Wrong words.
Nice.
High movement speed means teleporter.
You're a very good bodyguard.
Yeah, I am.
Durandal's Blessing. What does that do? Need an enemy now, because I want to test
Alright.
that.
Noah,
Yes.
do you have inventory space, Noah?
Melee
I got
speed
one
is
slot.
increased.
Yeah.
Oh, I can
Alright.
run faster.
Perfect.
My hit was Durandal.
Help me out with the walls.
Sure. It'll cost you.
Sure. If we get this place up and running, then it'll pay back everything.
It'll be 3,000 pieces of egg.
Pieces? What?
Slime Rain.
I said
Oh.
3,000 pieces of egg.
The Slime Rain took over the music. Because I mean, it's like special, it means the music has just completely died down.
The king slime just wants his entrance.
Now, Taylor, are we supposed to replace this all with our own hand-placed block, or is natural okay?
It doesn't matter.
Because natural does spawn shit.
We don't want anything spawning here, so give it.
God damn it. They're just gonna take ages then.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
He's making a farm.
What blocks are you using?
Oh, we're using natural blocks.
I mimic.
Stone walls, you know.
I regular mimic. Oh,
Hey.
nice.
Why
there
am I only
bones
getting
still here?
no enemy?
No.
At least give me one sand biome exclusive. One explicitly sand biome enemy.
If I was a worse person, I would recommend you just waste a large amount of time and try to get rid of the hollow biome to increase the amount of sand bomb spawns.
Tempted. It's not like hell is doing anything for me.
It's eating all of your underground, you know?
Is Sandstorm dying down?
It's
honestly
actually higher speeds than before on my end. It's 40 miles an hour now, heading east.
Okay, it's just that... Is this that because of course, how this place is, the background changes a lot, so it's hard to tell when when the event's going away or not.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I guess I can always just stand still and see if I'm still getting pushed around.
No, there's a mod on you, there's a debuff when there's a sandstorm going on.
Yeah, it's hard to see that when I have like 10 buffs.
Just get the mod that combines all your buffs into one buff. So you can see all your buffs and debuffs at once.
We're not unmodded.
No, we're not.
Well, it seems like a high annoyance when you want to do stuff like check the light things, campfires.
Some real nuisances are around here, you know.
Yes. There's Medusa up there again.
That's that full. Back to killing.
Well, since we don't seem to have much to talk about, should we talk about all the stuff that's going to be happening this Saturday, I think it is? 25th?
The hell's happening Saturday then?
The movie, the 2 games, I could
Just
go on.
man. Just do it.
I don't... So there's the MCU movie, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, if I've heard the name right?
Man, I don't know nothing.
Well, I at least got a response out of that.
I don't know nothing.
Yeah, there's a new Doctor Strange movie coming out. I haven't kept too up to date on MCU stuff aside from just like watching the movies themselves. So I don't know what has been revealed about it so far. But it's a new Doctor Strange movie, and it's a new MCU movie, so it's something that a lot of people would have to watch.
Honestly, I'll say this. It is of my strict opinion that I try to avoid as many spoilers as I can when I want to actually see something, you know? So I'm generally in the same boat of not having any fucking idea what the hell these things are about until the day of release. Or, you know, whenever I watch it.
Fair enough.
Sort of like with the new Batman, I didn't know shit about it until I watched it. All I knew was that the Riddler was gonna be in it. That was it. Oh yeah, and that there was a werewolf playing the Batman. That's all I knew. Or was he a vampire? I don't fucking remember.
Werewolf.
There you go.
Sand
He's also got
Elemental.
the same body type as me, so he made me very uncomfortable throughout the whole thing. Those are my opinions.
Founder.
Oh yeah. And League of Legends, by the way. They've dedicated another massive portion of their budget towards another animation.
Well, a lot of people like those animations.
People love the cartoons about MOBAs. You know, just
Yeah.
look at how much everybody loved the other one. Yeah.
Are you talking about Arcane? I think it's called?
I wasn't actually referring to Arcane in this, I was just saying that that was like something other than Arcane, the other one. Same game company idea.
Sandstorm's over.
What are they called? I don't remember the name of the Dota anime, honestly.
Oh hey, I got another mechanical eye.
Nice. Either way, Riot's planning on getting themselves another animation out. Let's see, anything else fun happening? Taylor, this is a project, you know.
I know.
Sorry, I'm just going through and fixing my inventory right now, so a bit focused. Since I noticed that sandstorm right before I was about to do some like building stuff.
Oh, we are back down to 25 miles an hour wind, so no more Sandy, no more storming.
Sandy Storman.
Yep.
This is 2D.
Oh. Oh shit, that's good to know.
What happened?
The time.
Yeah,
Oh,
we were so enraptured in what we were doing, we didn't actually look at what was happening around us.
oops.
Yes. Oops is fucking right. We were supposed to be gone. Like, a while back. Sorry, everybody, that we didn't notice the time. We'll be off now.
Fucking hell, this
That was
tiny
sudden.
stream. Yeah. Fucking hell.
Yeah, that went really quick.
Alright, well, I'll finish it another time.
Yep, you could finish it next week. I mean, Thursday. Almost, right?
It's too big.
So, thank you for showing up and watching this, as I've seen that we at least got someone here, Nelly Natsumi03. Thank you once again for following us. For anyone who hasn't, please do follow us. Look at our previous VODs on YouTube or Rumble. We're actually monetized on Rumble, so you know we have a preference. But if you like our content, please do share it. See, our Twitter sometimes has some stuff. And we're here quite often, really. Like, we show up like 3 days on the week and then on Saturdays. So we'll see you on Thursday.
Bye-bye.
Bye.